Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
And now, a guy who appreciates a nice hot meal at a fair price, Pete Schwaba.
Damn right, especially on a day like this. Welcome to Night Lite, ladies and gentlemen. It is so great to have you here on this festive Monday, the classic, fantastic Monday between Christmas and New Year's. Hope everybody had a good Christmas and is having a fantastic holiday season. We are between holidays, and we just take a breath. And then it's New Year's Eve, Con. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Are you going to have Conrad has a new apartment, folks,
Yes,
so
yeah.
feel free to, phone lines are always open, as you know,
Yes.
so feel free to send Conrad a nice apartment housewarming text, if you will.
That would be great. I can put them all over my apartment.
Do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the Nightlight listeners love you, Con, and they hope you have a nice run in this new abode. What? Tell us about the digs. Is it a pretty cool place? Is it better than your last place?
And one thing that is not better than my last place.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a garage.
Oh, that's a big thing.
Yes, it is, especially in Wisconsin, but it's pretty close to the studio here.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I can just walk.
What's your address over there? I forgot about that. Right, you're right. Well, you're close. You're close. That's
Yeah.
great. Okay.
So, everything else is better, updated, because the place I'm living at now was finished completely in July. After
okay.
all the, construction and everything. So it's a cool place. I got a 2022 washer and dryer, which is pretty cool.
A 2022, meaning it's new, from that year?
I think it's around there. Or it might
Okay.
even be newer than that. I don't know. But it has Wi-Fi on the washer.
I've never heard of anybody referring to appliances by the year. It's like a 57 Chevy. It's a 2022 washer and dryer.
Well, let me tell you, I probably had a 65 washer and dryer in my last place.
You had a washboard. So Wi-Fi on the machine. Now,
So
that's
I can
interesting.
connect it to my phone.
Okay.
And I can run cycles through my phone, and it'll beep on my phone when it's done.
Wow. So you put it in a nice delicate cycle for the, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Pretty cool. It's definitely not as big as my last. My last apartment was huge.
Nice.
It was 13, I think.
1,300 square feet
Yeah.
for a single dude.
Yeah. It was pretty big because I
Wow.
had this massive walk-in closet, and I never realized how much clothes I have until I would go
No
into this
kidding.
noose, and I have no room because
So what's the square footage like?
700, I think.
That's all you need. You don't
Yeah,
need 1,300 is
it's
great,
perfect.
but yeah,
It's
it's more
perfect.
to clean when you got 1,300 square feet.
Oh,
and unless
definitely,
you
100%.
have clothes like Diana Ross or something, you don't need a closet that big.
It was nice though when I had all my friends over for the draft, and I could fit everyone in there.
Right. You could fit everyone in the closet, it sounds like.
No, it's funny actually that someone did sleep in an air mattress in my closet.
So now you're by all these breweries now in downtown Green Bay.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not gonna be great to the pocket probably.
You'll be fine. Congrats. That's awesome.
Well,
thank
thank you.
And I cannot thank you enough on not calling me to help you move. I really appreciate that.
A work buddy, be like, hey, you need to come help me out here.
Hey, I'm
I
having
know
a-
you're an hour away, but
I'm having a moving party, which means no booze or anything. You just help me move. That's the
Yep.
party, baby. So that's exciting. Well, good for you. And listen, it's great to have everybody. I hope, I wonder if people listen to the radio less during the holidays. I think they do, but during this week, we have tonight and tomorrow night, folks, basically. And then we're taking another short break. And we'll be back full time again on the 5th. And, with regular shows on all the nights, it's going to be a blast. But this week, we've got great best of shows, highlight shows, I like to call them, coming up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we will take a little more R&R. I'm excited. I've got so many days to use before the end of the year, and I don't think I could possibly do it. But I'm going to try.
well, yeah, I believe in you.
I'm going to party like it's 1999 and get my days in one way or the other. But we will be here live tonight and tomorrow night with a question, with great guests, with fun banter, and hopefully with all of you who will text us in whatever you're thinking on whatever we're talking about or answers to our question of the night. And without further ado, why don't we get to the Nightlight question of the night?
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
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 Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions?
This question. Domanda.
Question.
Question.
Questions.
Okay, so yesterday, I thought it was Monday when I came up with this question a few days ago, but it was yesterday. But we can still get some mileage out of this. It was National Playing Card Day. So tonight's question, ladies and gentlemen, is what's your favorite card game? I'm excited to do this. I don't know that we've ever had a card game question, and I'm not I play poker with my friends, and that usually is dealer's choice, you know, and it's fun. It's like fishing. It's not really even about the cards. It's just about the hanging out and laughing and all that kind of stuff. But let me know, what is your favorite card game? That is tonight's question of the night. You can let us know at 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Or text us on the app. That's a great way to get hold of the show as well. And the app is very easy to use. Or if you're watching the radio on the stream, drop us a stream comment and let us know what your favorite card game is. And while you're there, give us a like or a follow.
I was about to say, you could always give us a thumbs up there.
Don't cost nothing.
Exactly.
It is funny, though. It is like currency, people with their likes and follows. I've got much more disseminate. Like, I don't. You can only follow. So, like, when I first got on social media, I would get an invitation. I would just accept everything because they were my friends. Sure, yeah, here you go. It didn't mean anything. But now, oh, my God, I had to go through, probably 6 months ago and just not follow. I was getting so many reminders. You really got to kind of tighten everything up.
Yeah, you definitely get.
I know. I follow the show. You follow Nightlight?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I get a notification every time we go live.
Okay. Just checking. All right, so the system is working. So let us know, folks. Be part of the show. Love when you guys join the show and share what's on your mind. It's always fun. We've got, let's read our first. We got our first stream comment, and it is from our pal Terry Barr, Conrad, one of our faves, one of our Nightlight besties, who is here every Friday night for Bar Band Friday night, with the exception of this Friday that will start up again next week or the week of the 5th. Terry will be back with Bar Band Friday night, which is always so much fun. She says, card game, Kings in the Corner, or the version of Uno that spits cards out at you when you tap a button. That does add a little bit of stress to Uno that I like, because there's always that. It's like that game. Do you remember there was a board game where you actually got shocked? And you pass this thing around, and if you do something, people can shock you. And I always was scared I was going to be the guy that had a heart attack or something, so I never...
Yeah. I've never heard of that.
I just don't tempt fate. I bet if you Google it, we could find it. But this sounds like that. I like the Uno game. When you tap the button, there's a little bit of suspense there, which is fun. But Terry, I have not played Kings in the Corner.
King's Corner is amazing.
You call it King's Corner?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing.
Okay.
My brother and I play that all the time at, gatherings or...
Could you describe the game in about less than 20? Because here's the thing. I saw this meme about a month ago where it was like the look you have whenever someone is explaining how to play a card game. It's just this blank stare. It was beautiful.
I'll give you a basic
Okay.
one line. It's two players solitaire pretty much.
Okay.
But the kings are in the corners, and there's a deck in the middle.
You flip cards
and
over.
you get a deck, or you get 7 in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like solitaire rules.
Okay.
With the cards that are already out,
My biggest problem with solitaire has always been it's too lonely.
It is.
So this sounds like a perfect cure. That's fantastic. Thank you, Terry. Always. I love knowing. Doesn't it make you feel good that Terry's listening?
Always.
It's like, we have to up our game a little bit because she's like this broadcasting legend, but I like it. I like it. What I don't like is, how do you feel, Conrad, about the Bears and the Packers playing again?
I don't know if I need that level of stress again.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. I feel like as a Bear fan, my level of stress would be much worse because the Bears would be expected to win that game, and both games they've played, they've been closer than close, and the Packers have not. The Packers are not going to go far in the playoffs, I don't think, barring some kind of. But that game, I've got too much trauma from over the years with the Packers breaking my heart. And I feel like if they play the Bears in the first game, it's not going to go well for us. And we can't stop. The Bears have no pass rush. They can't stop the run. They have no offense, as we saw last night. Let me ask you this. How annoyed are you with the San Francisco 49ers?
The Niners are just always good.
They're always good.
They're always just even a down year, you're like thinking like, they probably won't be that good because the Rams are good, the Seahawks are good. And they just come out of nowhere and they're just when Brock Purdy came back from injury.
Right.
I mean, even when Mac Jones is playing, they're still
Because you got Kyle Shanahan.
I mean, that offense, it's just crazy. I still won't forgive the Panthers for giving them CMC.
Who's CMC?
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, Christian. Yeah, right. I don't even understand how, like, he's fast, he's strong, but he's just a guy, like, when one guy has him, he gets away. I don't understand, like, and the guy could be bigger. But here's what irritates me more than anything about the San Francisco 49ers. They mortgaged their future to draft Trey Lance, who is beyond a bust.
Yeah.
And then they back in and they luck out with Brock Purdy. They take the last guy literally in the draft, and he's great. That shouldn't happen. You should have to pay a price for that kind of drafting and free agency malfeasance. That's horrible.
They did have a lot of injuries on defense this year. Maybe that was, even though they're still good. I mean, their defense isn't as good as it should be, but
it's awful. I don't like the Niners. But I could listen. If anything, if the Bears and Packers play again, that'll give us another week of fun stuff to talk about.
yeah, I'm just gonna be stressed the whole time. Just like,
Why are you like Malik Willis? Nobody can stop him anyway.
he is the real
He's
deal.
ridiculous. What I know they just paid Love this huge contract, but could you ever see a scenario where Love could be traded for high draft picks and then you roll with Malik Willis?
No, Love is our guy. They won't. They won't do what they did to Drew Bledsoe. You know what the Patriots did.
But I think if Love went elsewhere, he could still be good with the right coach.
Love. I mean, a lot of people
quarterback.
are saying he's a system QB, but
Yeah, all right.
I just, 2 games of Malik Willis, and everyone's like, "Oh, Jordan Love sucks." Like he's been good this year.
I'm not saying I'm saying
No,
he
I'm
doesn't
not
suck,
you,
But
but-
if you trade him and can get like a starting, isn't he a top 10 quarterback?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's injured, so probably out of it now. But
Yeah, but when he was
I
playing,
mean, it's just Malik Willis is good though, and he won't be a Packer next year.
right.
He's going to be a starter somewhere, not in Tennessee. I can
We'll see what-
guarantee he's not going to be in Tennessee.
We'll see what happens. Tonight's question of the night, folks. What is your favorite card game? Yesterday was National Playing Card Day, so let us know your favorite card game on the text line or the stream or the app. We got New Year's to talk about, too. There's a lot of stuff going around. There's a list I found of the best cities to do New Year's, the best activities on New Year's Eve. But first, we are going to do a very short break. And news, sports, and weather is coming up in just about 10 minutes. So sit tight, folks, and you will be kept informed by our fantastic Civic Media News team. That's in just 10 minutes. When we come back, I'm going to tell you, what am I going to tell people, Conrad?
You saw Avatar, didn't you?
I did see Avatar.
You could
I'll
talk
give
about
a
that.
brief thumbnail on Avatar. We'll do that. We'll read some of your text. That's all coming up next on Night Light with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You're out of sight. All right, just move yourself and you glide like the 747 and you lose yourself in the sky among the clouds in the heaven goes. Let this groove right up the fuse. It's all right, all right, all right. Let this groove sink in the shoes. Let's stand up, all right.
Welcome back. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. I am Pete Schwaba. I meant to ask you before the break, have you watched Stranger Things? Are you caught up on that?
Yeah, I'm completely. Actually, the other day I was like, I did not rewatch before season 5. I didn't watch, so I just rewatched season 1 because I kind of forgot a little bit.
Yeah.
Season 1's so good compared to
season 1 of the original, of the first, the actual when it started. Okay.
season 5 is good. I just think it's kind of cringy at sometimes.
I agree.
Especially, so the big thing, I mean, was that the ad placement was hilarious. Like the
Yes.
Gatorade thing that they did.
Right.
In the second episodes that they released, there was one that they're like, "You got to fuel up on Bugles."
Was that a line?
Yeah, I was like, "You're kidding me, right?"
That is a joke. Oh my God. So, all right. So I have two things to say about this. We were did that come out Christmas Eve or Christmas
Yeah,
Day?
Christmas Day. Yeah, Christmas
Day. So at like 7:00.
Yeah.
All right. So I have two. This is a two-parter. I'm at my parents' house. We're having Christmas Day there. We have Christmas Eve at our house. My wife cannot whisper. My wife will lean in and put her mouth close to my ear and then talk at full volume. That's whispering to her. It's not like this. It's like, so we're over there and she leans in and she goes, and she's really close to my ear. She goes, "Are you and the kids watching Stranger Things tonight?" And I'm like, well, everybody in the room heard her. Like, first of all, it's not even whisper worthy. Nobody cares. I don't know what she was going for with that, but she cannot whisper. It's an art. She's a good person. She's got other good qualities. I'm just saying that's kind of... So anyway, my kids ran back to the house because we live right by my parents. We watched Stranger Things, all 3 episodes. And my son has become this he's been making these reels on Instagram and TikTok. Various things. He imitates the kid from That 70s Show, does a character called the Bad Boyfriend, and then he did a Stranger Things episode or a reel just like you're talking about. Yeah, okay. So... he's making notes while we're watching Stranger Things. My daughter's helping him. The two of them are putting their heads together. The next day he wakes up and he goes, we might as well not even do it. There have been thousands of people creating reels at how bad the product placement was in Stranger Things.
It's,
it's overt and just obnoxious.
And I've seen those TikToks that are like that. I've seen your son's too, and those are pretty funny. There's also like, just besides the ad placement one, there's like how cringy the lines are. Right. It's like it reverts to like, "Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?"
Yeah, and they finish each other's sentences too.
Yeah.
That's like a trope of theirs or something, but I don't care. I'm just watching it to watch with them and hang out.
Yeah.
I don't particularly think the show is great, but there's some fun moments in it. And I agree with you. I thought the first season was...
the first season's dynamite.
Yeah.
It's so good. And I think it's funny is like, this season, it doesn't seem like 11, who's like the main character,
Yeah.
has those powers that she did in the first season. Like the first season, she made Mike, another like main character, one of the, the kids in it, like literally float in air and fly him back up from falling.
Right. They kind of cherry pick when they use her powers or whatever. But.
And she was like struggling to like pick up a truck. And then in the first season, she literally like flew one.
That's funny. All right, so we've got a great show tonight, folks, too, guest-wise, too. Lisa Hale will be here. She is the bureau chief of Northeast Wisconsin for news here at Civic Media, and you hear her reports throughout the day. If you're a regular listener, Lisa does a great job. She is also an avid TV watcher, and she will be here to discuss a number of things, and she wants to talk about spiders. So that could be a fun topic just to get people.
I'm scared.
People will listen to it just long enough and they'll have bad dreams tonight. So tune in for that.
Well, you got to watch those corners, make sure there's no spiders in them.
That's right. And then at, where are we going here? 6:10 or 6:35. I'm sorry. Kristen Leidy will be here. Very funny Northeast Wisconsin-based comedian. She's got a lot of funny things coming up. A lot of funny things. A lot of good gigs coming up, including one for New Year's Eve. And you won't. Kristen's so funny, and she's so likable, and I love when she comes into the studio. So she's going to tell us all about her upcoming dates and some other things. She's opening for some really cool people. We'll cover that. At 7:05, we're going bang, bang with some comedy here, some comedy bang, bang, as it were. Des Mulrooney will be here to tell us about his New Year's Eve show at Memories Ballroom in Port Washington. And then, Conrad, we are going to close the show up with, this is Wisconsin. some cheese talk.
Oh, it's Wisconsin?
It's Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Can't you tell by the icicles on your eyelashes when you walked in?
Yeah.
Donna Hahn will be here to discuss the cheese drop in the big cheese drop in Plymouth. It's this thing they've been doing for like 20 years, and it's like an 80-pound chunk of cheese, and the Big Apple has the ball drop. Plymouth, Wisconsin, the cheese capital of Wisconsin, we'll ask Donna about that too, has a thing where they drop this thing of cheese, and I assume they all cut it up and have at it. But Donna will be here at 7:35. So there is your show. We've got really fun guests, and we'll talk some comedy, some cheese, some TV. News is coming up in just 2 minutes, folks. Sports, news, and weather. And I did see Avatar.
Yeah. You gotta let me know how it is.
Very long. And I'll tell you this, you could watch the first 2 acts and then leave the theater, because the third act is a big battle in the beautiful paradise. It's a spectacle. It's a beautiful movie, and the CGI is great. But man, everyone in our party, we went with like 12 people, agreed it was very similar. The end was like they could have just swapped the endings or took the ending from the second one and added it to this. I didn't love it. It was
Did you
okay.
watch it in 3D?
No, we kind of limited our movie viewing in Marinette. Did they have that here in Green Bay?
You know what? All right. So me having terrible vision, I have to put on my 3D glasses over my glasses.
I'm over here.
I don't like doing that.
So you have to put on 3D glasses over your glasses.
Yeah.
Does that like mess you up after the movie too for a while?
Yeah, it feels a little weird too. Like it gives me a pretty bad headache too. So I really don't watch 3D movies.
It'd be kind of cool if when you left the theater you were seeing things in 2D.
Yeah.
All right, we are coming up after news with Lisa Hale will be here. You are hearing a great night, folks. It's Monday. Let's celebrate. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network. is Monday, folks. Gotta love the week between Christmas and New Year's because it doesn't really feel like we're working. We're not mailing it in.
Maybe you aren't.
You mailing it in, guy. And his feet up on the board, just trying to hit it with your toes. All right, folks. As I mentioned, we got a jam-packed night. Great guests here tonight. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite card game? Yesterday was National Card Playing Day, I believe. So our question of the night is, do you have a favorite card game? I don't think I gave mine. I'm going to wait and ask Lisa, our first guest, this, and then we can give ours, Con. But let's start with Lisa. I wouldn't be surprised. Lisa's very Wisconsin, but she somehow got a little bit of a Southern accent. I don't know if you noticed that. So maybe she'll maybe she'll tell us about a card game she learned from some of her many travels. But right now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome the wonderfully talented News Bureau Chief of Northeast Wisconsin here at Civic Media. She is also one heck of a TV watcher, Lisa Hale. Hey, Lisa.
Hello. Yeah, TV is one of my favorite things. One person described it once as literature, television as literature.
Yeah.
And I love that description because not all of us will pick up a book, but we'll sit there and watch 8 hours of a show in one weekend, given the chance. So
listen, there is nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to watching color television. It's a beautiful invention. It's an escape. I absolutely love it. And I quote the great Bart Simpson, who, when Marge asked him, Bart, how much TV do you watch a day? How many hours of TV do you watch a day? 6, 7 if there's something good on. So you don't even need it to be, award-winning television. But
right.
Hey, it's good to see you, Lise. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing very well. Do you have a home studio going there? Where are you?
This is out of the WISS studios here in Oshkosh. Yeah. I was still working and I looked at the clock and I went, oh, I have to be on with Pete here in about 15 minutes. I'm not going home. I'll just stay right here. So.
Well, you don't have to be, and that's what makes it such a beautiful gesture. You just come on anyway, and we love that. So it is great to have you here. Let's start with the question of the night. Do you have a favorite card game?
Okay, when you have to clarify this, because when you're talking about a card game, are you talking about a card game with a standard deck of cards, or are you talking about just a card game, a game that uses cards?
Well, okay. I would say playing cards like the Hoyers or whatever the brand is, Hoyle, yeah. And somebody said Uno too, which is acceptable. I think if you have to draw like Monopoly has cards, I wouldn't call that a card game. So, but you know what? Your dime, your dance floor. You tell us whatever card game you like.
If you're talking about the cards that you pick up at any game store, the 52 card pickup cards, I absolutely love gin. I will play gin constantly. But if you're talking about my favorite card game in general, it's Munchkin. Have you ever played Munchkin?
I have not. I've never even heard of Munchkin.
Oh my gosh, it is so much fun. If you have anybody who's into role-playing games or D&D or anything of that nature, Munchkin takes that kind of philosophy, turns it on its head, and makes it ridiculous. I love it. Yeah.
That is fantastic. That sounds can't take a memo. Let's Google Munchkin.
And
I got it on Amazon right now. So
they have so many different versions of Munchkin. There's Munchkin with vampires called Munchkin Bites. There's Munchkins in space. There's Munchkins everywhere. So
that is fun. I got to check this out. Okay, because
I absolutely love it.
I'm always looking for a new card game too. I don't play cards a ton, but I do love Texas Hold'em poker. Are you? I said you kind of have a Southern accent. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from and your travels again, and how you ended up in very cold Northeast Wisconsin?
Well, I mean, in my defense, I was born in the Midwest. I was born in Michigan.
Okay.
When I was 12, my grandmother was told, you can't survive another Michigan winter, because she had really bad lungs. And she told my mother, we're not moving south unless you move south. So mom packed up the 3 kids and we all moved down to Louisiana. That's where the accent comes from. I was 12 years old and living in Louisiana until I was about, I was in my mid-20s when I
Okay.
moved to Texas, and then from Texas I went to Mississippi, and then from Mississippi to Wisconsin, Wisconsin to Louisiana, Louisiana back to Wisconsin.
Jeez. See, you have just enough, like, you got a little bit of Southern in there, and it mixes well with the Midwest, accent, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like, I feel like I know I definitely have some version of Chicago and Wisconsin mixed.
Uh-huh.
I don't really hear an accent on Conrad much. I think he's a lifelong. Well,
Yeah.
you're a lifelong Wisconsinite,
Well,
but
yeah,
you're
you
not.
can't
Really
really-
Wisconsin accent. He's got a, it's funny. If I talk to my family, my sister specifically, because she has got one hell of a Southern accent. So if I
Okay.
talk to my sister or my brother or any of my friends down south, it comes back because, you're in that.
Right.
If I drink, it comes back. And for most, but I'll listen to my newscast, and every once in a while I will go, "Oh my gosh, that sounded so Southern." So
That's hilarious. And you know what? Like, I've kind of split my time between Chicago and Wisconsin. So I feel like once in a while, but I've been in Wisconsin for the last several years, and I feel like once in a while I'll hear myself say, yeah, they're taking the boat out or something like, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to be that. And I also don't want the Chicago where's my hat? Like that kind of thing. I find them cringeworthy. I try to speak accent free. Is that?
it's so funny because I will call this a Coke. It's not a soda, it's not a pop, it's a Coke.
Yes.
I will call the things you push at the grocery store a buggy. Those are definite
Oh, wow.
Southernisms.
Okay.
But I do say, oop, let me scooch past by you here. I do that all the time in the store. Oh, let me scooch past by you. So
I love those little idiosyncratic, like a friend of mine said, or my sister came back from her friends. Instead, her dad said they were talking about a basketball practice or something. And the dad said, oh, and it was a practice yet besides. There are way too many words there. But that just kind of makes things fun. I don't know.
yeah. And the one thing that we didn't do in the South that we do up here that I picked up is the yeah, no, yeah, and no, yeah, no.
Or the Erno.
Or no, yeah. And bubblers. I will call it a bubbler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say stop and go lights?
Not until I lived in Ripon, Wisconsin for a long time. But yeah, I do say stop and go lights now. And I also say cop shop for the police departments.
Oh, that's a cool one, though. Like, I don't say stop and go. I just stop lights, I think, gets the point across.
I do a stop and go light. I do.
Yeah, nobody's going to stop me and go, whoa, 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 whoa. Can you go with these lights, too? Or is it stop only? Like,
The interesting thing is that I have friends in Louisiana, in Texas, and Kansas, and Oklahoma, and you can hear and Georgia, you can hear the slight changes in their Southern accent, and you can pinpoint it. But you can definitely pinpoint Wisconsin.
Yes,
in
I agree.
A half second.
And it's similar to Minnesota or the UP, but it's its own thing.
It's its own thing, yeah.
And it's so weird how you get south, like the Illinois-Wisconsin border, the accent changes. And why is that? It's not like it's mountains or a different country. It's very strange.
It's the same really in most states. In Louisiana, the North Louisiana accent is miles apart from the Central Louisiana or the Cajun accent, which is miles apart from New Orleans. It has its own accent. So
right. That's great.
And New Orleans accent is practically a New York accent. So.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. See, this is why I love having news people on. Like, you can break this down, especially one as well-traveled as you. So that was an education. That was
well-traveled. Awesome. That's a very nice way of saying one is as old as you, Lisa.
No, or I could have said nomadic, but either way, it's a very exotic term. So tell me, Lisa Hale is my guest, by the way, folks. She is the bureau chief for news here in Northeast Wisconsin, part of our civic media family. Lisa, what is your deal with spiders? Because the last couple times we've had you on, you've mentioned spiders, and I'm like, I think she might want to talk about this. So tonight, you have the floor. Is it a love-hate relationship? Just hate? What is the deal?
It started out as a hate relationship. I used to be.
Started out.
I used to be terrified of spiders, to the point where I would take a picture of a spider, text my best friend and say, come over and kill it. I can't even go near it. I mean, I was terrified, but I'm also a photographer. And I started taking pictures of insects, specifically spiders, and then would have to go and look up everything about that particular species of spider. So I got to the point where it was kind of like therapy through photography. So by learning about all these spiders, I learned which were dangerous and which were not, and I began to love them. I absolutely love them now. I am not afraid of spiders. I can pick up any spider and relocate it. I mean, any spider and relocate.
I do that, and I've taught my kids to do that. You don't need to kill it. Put it outside.
Yeah.
Don't crush an entire universe. This is one of God's creatures. We can be nice here. Mosquitoes, I will slap the crap out of without even thinking twice. You wait, even mosquito.
I hate a mosquito.
Oh, okay, good.
And I hate a cockroach. I will squish a cockroach and I will squish a mosquito. But a spider, no. And
they spread disease. That's okay to do that. You're defending yourself, not a spider. The mosquitoes and the
I was going to say, because spiders don't spread disease. As a matter of fact, I could do a TED talk on spiders. I swear to you, Pete, I could. There are only 3 classifications of spiders that are considered medically significant in the United States of America. They are the black widow and all of her species, the brown widow, and the brown recluse. And of those spiders, we only have one that occurs naturally in Wisconsin, and that is the northern black widow.
But is that poisonous here in Wisconsin? We had those in LA all the time. We would see them in our garage, and I would tell don't go near that. But the poisonous ones are here in Wisconsin too?
Black widows are medically significant. And every single spider on the face of the earth is venomous. But whether or not it's medically significant to a human being is what you go by. And
when you say medically significant, meaning it can cause you harm.
It can cause you some sort of distress.
Okay.
And black widows can cause some neurological disorder and reaction. They can make you very sick to your stomach if they're big enough, if you get bit enough. Brown widows, much more mild than black widows where the venom is concerned, but they are extremely prolific in the South. I mean, they're becoming an invasive species. And then the brown recluses, which basically what you're getting problems from the brown recluses is a staph infection. So,
All right. Let's pick up there. Lisa Hale is here, folks. We're going to do a very short break. I'm going to come back and ask her why you had to take a picture of the spider to send your friend. Is that so we know? You can't just say there's a spider here. He has to know what kind of weaponry to bring, apparently. So we'll get into all that. We'll get into all that after this very short break. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network. Schwaba, this is Nightlight. It is great to have you here, folks. Let's do this. We finally get to talk about the things we love. That break was too long, Lise. I don't know. Did you take a few days off of for Christmas?
What? I took Christmas off, but yeah, no.
Spoken like a true reporter. That is the voice of Lisa Hale. She is the Northeast Wisconsin Bureau Chief for Civic Media, and we love having her on the show because she is an avid TV watcher. She knows spiders and all kinds of stuff.
Spiders.
Conrad hates spiders. He just said that, and he was.
Oh,
like,
Conrad, I could so teach you that not to hate them. You'll end up loving them if you hang out with me.
I went to Australia when I was younger. And,
never mind.
My first encounter with a black widow when I was 11, and I went to the bathroom. No, it didn't bite me, but I saw it in the corner of the stall that I was using. Never finished a bathroom break so fast in my life.
That could be extra precarious if you see one in the bathroom, depending on your situation.
That reminds me of my brother who had the same thing happen. He took a picture of it and sent it to me and said, "I can't go back in there."
Oh no! You're the spider. Just to clarify, okay.
Yes, he took a picture of the spider and said, "Oh my God, Pete."
Lisa, our friend Amanda Nimmer, one of our producers here at Nightlight and WGBW, and our social media guru, is listening, and she says, "Lisa," in all caps and exclamation points. What is it like when you get that much love? That's pretty cool.
I love it. And speaking of Amanda, can you see this spider?
Yeah.
She gave me this last year.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So we're late to the party. A lot of people know you have the okay.
I used to keep a page called Spider Chick Lisa Hale. I had a Facebook page on it. I used to do a whole thing on it.
Okay.
I'm even
do you spray for spiders? Because in our house we get them. If we don't spray, they come in and they're all over the place because we have like a subterranean kind of dealio.
I hated it. I hated doing it. We have so many orb weavers and yellow sac spiders at our property that they tend, spiders poop, y'all. They do, and they make a mess on the siding. And I hate spraying for spiders. I hate it because I love them all. But yeah, we will.
That's a problem though. I never even thought of that. I guess they do
spiders
have to,
poop.
Yeah. Why wouldn't a spider have to have a BM once in a while?
Uh-huh.
Right? Okay.
And it can be messy on your siding and stuff like that. It can cause problems.
Oh my gosh. All right, Lisa Hale is here. She is a reporter here at Civic Media covering Northeast Wisconsin. She's joining us tonight live from our Oshkosh studio. I have to talk to you. Would you be able to stick around for a few minutes through the news, Lisa?
Sure.
Because we haven't even gotten to. I want to talk about your sitcom list, but you're also watching a show. Yeah, you're watching a show that I'm watching called Dark Winds, and I'm through all 3 seasons. It's Robert Redford produced with I think
George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the Beatles. And the two of them have teamed up. Dark Winds is the show. It takes place on a Navajo reservation police. And really good show. But tell me your thoughts on the show.
I've only seen the first season. And while we were watching it, number one, I absolutely loved the way that they wove indigenous culture into the show without making it about indigenous culture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. That's a great way to put it.
It was part of life. It's not, look at this is indigenous. It was, this is just how it is. And
you got to solve a murder. Yeah, exactly.
And we got to solve a murder with it. And I'm really, really appreciative of the writing and the representation, and it got me. They had a little bit of a supernatural edge to it in that first season.
Yeah.
And I was really caught up in the whole thing. I really enjoy it.
The third season is like that a little bit too. There's a supernatural element to it, but they do it really well. You can't tell if it's actual supernatural, if they're saying this exists, or is it in this guy's head. But they also do a great job of, like, typically I feel like during an 80s network drama, if there was a police drama set on a Navajo reservation, they would say, like, oh, here come the bad white FBI agents, and they're going to tell you how to do it. This show the characters are more complex. It's just a very well written show. I like it, and it's not always the most exciting. They take their time, but I'm okay with that.
And that's one of the things I said to my husband. I was like, the storytelling in this is slow and deliberate, and that's what I like. Also, it's set, or at least the first season was. I don't know about the rest of them. Was set in the 70s.
In the 70s, right?
I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, going. Of course, I remember the 70s.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's great. And the actor, I forgot, that was great that you mentioned that. The lead actor who plays a character named Joe Leaphorn, he's the chief of police on the reservation, is Zahn McClarnon. He's one of those guys like where if you check out the show, you'll go, oh, I've seen this guy in a ton of stuff, and he's great. Mm-hmm. So, all right, Lisa Hale is here, folks. We are going to talk about another show you told me about, Lisa, From is coming back on. I watched the first season. It's very creepy.
It is very creepy. And I will tell you, I am proud to have been the one to introduce you to From.
Yes, you are.
It's had 3 seasons so far, and season 4 is about to kick off in February, and I am very excited. Now, it is a complete and total mind salad.
It's not like Dark Winds.
No.
So, all right, we'll talk about that when we come back. Lisa's going to tell me her top 5 all-time favorite sitcoms, and that encouraged me to make a list too. So we'll talk about that. Share your favorite sitcoms with us, folks. We know Conrad's, but he'll share his as well. It's going to be a big sitcom love fest here because our pal Lisa Hale is here tonight. We are going to get to news, sports, and weather. Civic Media's team is going to keep you informed. Tonight's question is, what is your favorite card game? Share that with us. We'll read it on the radio. How cool is that? Don't even cost nothing. This is Pete Schwaba and Night Light. We're coming back after news, sports, and weather.
Talks on phase 2 of the peace plan. President Trump making it clear on what he says Hamas needs to do.
There has to be a disarming of Hamas.
The president and Israel's leader also discussed the re-emerging threat of Iran's nuclear program. Following his one-on-one meeting with Ukraine's President Zelensky yesterday at Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's optimism about a peace deal with Russia turning to frustration. That after Russia accused Ukraine of attempting a drone attack at Vladimir Putin's state residence, something Ukraine's president denies. Authorities in Texas continue their search for missing 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos, last seen Christmas Eve morning near her home in San Antonio. Police say they've received new dashcam video showing the missing teen rummaging through her car and say that's the last she was seen. This is ABC News. Ski season is ramping up, especially in the Rockies, but one popular ski facility is not opening in Colorado, at least for now.
In the Colorado ski town of Telluride, the slopes are closed indefinitely. Last week, the 78-member Telluride Professional Ski Patrol Association voted to go on strike as they hold out for higher wages. They want a 3-year contract and a median wage increase of $8 an hour. The cost of living in Colorado ski towns has skyrocketed while wages have remained flat. The median cost of a home in Telluride is over $3.8 million. The Telluride Resort says it will be shut down until it comes up with a plan to safely open again. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Authorities say they're trying to crack a case dealing with $500,000 worth of lobsters that just vanished. The lobster load from Massachusetts was bound for several Costco stores in Illinois and Minnesota. Officials with the freight company handling the lobsters say thieves used fake IDs to pose as truckers and stole the crustaceans. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. A partly cloudy sky tonight, lows 5 to 10 above. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow, a few flurries and snow showers. A high pretty close to 20. More snow showers Wednesday. Temps peak in the 20s in the morning, then fall. Currently it's 17 degrees.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
You are listening to your local Civic Media radio station on air. Thank you. Did you know we are always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app too? And if you miss a show or game, find it wherever you get your podcasts or on our website, civicmedia.us.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who prefers to travel by catapult, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back. It is time for Act 2 here of Nightlight on this Monday edition, coming to you live from beautiful City Deck Landing in Green Bay. Pardon me. Con, how you doing? You hanging in there?
Yeah, just mailing it in like you said.
All right. Get your feet off the board. Great show tonight, folks. Lisa Hale is still with us. We're going to be back with Lisa in just a moment. She's agreed to stick around a little bit through the news so we can rank our top 5 all-time sitcoms. Very much looking forward to that. Conrad's going to weigh in too. I think his will be more contemporary a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Coming up at 6:35, comedian Kristen Leidy will be here in the studio. We always love having Kristen come in. She's going to tell us about her plans for New Year's Eve that involve comedy and laughter, and you probably will want to be a part of that. So, and then at 7:05, you ready for this, Con?
I'm ready.
More comedy. Is it 7:05? We have Des? Yeah,
Yeah,
7:10.
yes,
okay.
correct, yeah.
Des Mulrooney, another comedian, will be here who's going to be performing at Memories Ballroom in Port Washington on New Year's Eve as well. If you haven't ever been to a comedy show on New Year's Eve, folks, it is such a great way to ring in the new year. Who doesn't need more laughter, especially as we venture into another year? And then at 7:35, we are going to be talking about a gigantic, and I mean gigantic, big cheese drop in Plymouth with Donna Hahn. And that's a real thing, Con. New York has the ball they drop. Plymouth, Wisconsin is the cheese capital of Wisconsin, according to Plymouth, Wisconsin. We'll push Donna to explain that a little bit as well, because I think we have cheese.
You know, what
everywhere.
What type of flavor do you think the cheese is?
Havarti. I don't know. Hopefully it's a
Gouda?
smoked Gouda. I hope it's a nice smoked Gouda. But
about-
I don't know. It's a real block. It's like an 80-pound block of cheese. So it could crush you. If you were underneath it, you're done for. All right. All of that. Our question of the night, folks, is what is your favorite card game? Yesterday was National Playing Card Day. So we will read some texts, too, coming up. But first, let's get back to our guest, Lisa Hale. She joins us from our Civic Media Oshkosh studios. Lisa, do you have plans for New Year's Eve?
Yes, I do. They involve pajamas, crochet, and
Wow.
maybe a fluffy blanket.
Oh, that sounds like a great New Year's Eve. Now, is your husband, are you guys kind of on the same wavelength there? Or is he like to go out and party type, or is he just fine staying in too?
No, he is definitely not the go out and party type. He would much rather be at home watching Doctor Who or whatever geek related thing he wants to watch.
You just threw your husband under the bus.
No, well, I'm right there with him. I'm watching the same shows. So.
This is from Wallet Hub. I don't know if you saw this. The most popular thing or way to ring in the new year is watch Netflix or some other streaming platform. 35% of the people said that. 24% said go to a New Year's Eve party. 20% said get some sleep. We have turned into a pack of nerds, people. What do you think about that, Lise? It sounds like you're more on the Netflix side.
I've been a nerd since high school, so it just makes sense to me.
Embrace it.
I do embrace it.
There is nothing wrong with that. It's great to have you here, Lee. So we love when you come by here and talk about TV and movies and all this kind of fun stuff. Before we get to our all-time sitcom lists, you're watching a show called Robin Hood that you seem to really like.
I do really like it.
Tell us about it.
It's on MGM Plus, just like From is. And it's a telling of the Robin Hood legend, okay? And it's kind of taking a different tact to it a little bit. It focuses on the differences of the Saxons and the Normans. I'm really just enjoying it. I like the Robin Hood legend anyway. It's one of my favorite stories. So being able to delve into this over 10 or 12 episodes has been really fun.
Let me ask you this. When you have so many derivations of this story, like I like the story too, but there have been movies, comedies, they've redone it. Like at what point do you go, all right, I've seen enough? I mean, how into it are you knowing that?
But you have to remember, Pete, that while we may have seen the Costner and the Elways and all of these other versions, a Gen Zer may not have. And
True.
I know a Gen Alpha hasn't. So, you know, this is a good way to introduce them to the story and maybe get them brought in. And the production value is very good. It's not like, so.
What is Generation Alpha? I don't think I've ever heard that.
You've never heard of Gen Alpha?
No. Conrad, have you heard of that?
They're the ones that are coming up behind Gen Z right now. So right about now, they're 11, 12, 13.
Okay. And
So-
Gen Z ends at like 28 or 29 right now, maybe?
I think so. Don't get me started on where things block off because I don't know exactly. All I know is that my nephew is a millennial. I am an older Gen X. And my friends have Gen Alpha kids. That's all I know.
Wow, that's a lot to remember on top of all your spider information.
Oh.
I'm also Gen X. Con, you're Gen Z, right?
I think so.
Okay. See, that's such a Gen Z response. I don't know, man. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Why
I'm Gen
not?
Z.
Yeah, I'm Gen Z.
All right, Lise, let's get to your list of all-time favorite sitcoms.
Most Def.
not a weak link in the bunch.
No.
And I love how you went different eras too. Mine are mostly 70s or I would say 80s, 90s. You're kind of spread out here. You've got number 6. What's your top 6 actually?
Yeah, I guess it's my top 6.
We'll start with number 6.
We can start with number 6. Number 6 is a tie.
Yeah, well, Coupling. I don't know that show.
You don't know Coupling?
I don't think so.
Coupling is a UK sitcom.
Okay.
And I think they had maybe, I want to say 6 seasons, but I'm probably very wrong in that. And UK sitcoms are very, very short. You get like maybe 6 episodes in a season.
They're great. Yeah,
and
I love it.
They're very funny. And Stephen Moffat wrote the Couplings. And I don't know if you know his name, but he's also connected to the Doctor Who universe and everything.
Okay.
But Coupling is extremely funny, and it is Friends before we had Friends.
Oh, so that's why you put like a slash Friends. Okay.
Right, because they're very similar. It's a group of, basically back then it was Gen X. So a group of Gen X friends that are all together, coupling up, decoupling, recoupling, all that, just like in Friends.
All right, so that's number 6. Number 5 is a show. I did watch this for a cup of coffee back when it first came out. I don't know why I went away with it, but it's a great cast too. Hot in Cleveland.
Hot in Cleveland. I love it.
That was Me TV, right?
Beg your pardon?
I think that was the Me TV network. That was one of the first big ones they put out, or maybe I'm mistaken. But anyway, Hot in Cleveland is a great show.
It is. Valerie Bertinelli and Betty White. You cannot go wrong with Betty White in any sitcom. I'm sorry. I just adore that woman so much.
She's so great. I know.
She really is.
All right. So number 4 for you. Number 4 on your list is Ghosts. I don't know this show either. I mean, I've heard of it.
Okay. So Ghosts. Ghosts is also an American version of a UK sitcom. You can tell my humor lies in the UK. It really does. It's about a innkeeper who fell and now she hit her head and now she can see ghosts. And there are like many generations of ghosts that live in this old home that she's keeping.
Nice.
And it's hilarious. It is really funny.
Very
well
premise.
written.
Did you ever see the Ricky Gervais film Ghost Town?
I think no, I did not see that one.
He has that issue too, like where he can see ghosts, and it's people asking him to make amends for them. They've passed on before they got to make amends. It's a great premise. He's really funny, and it's very sweet. And Greg Kinnear plays one of the ghosts too that he sees. It's a great movie.
I'll have to put that on my list.
Lisa Hale is here. She is the very talented News Bureau chief here at Civic Media for Northeast Wisconsin. It is great to have her here talking TV. We are working our way through her list of her 6 favorite sitcoms. We are at number 3, The IT Crowd, Lise.
The IT Crowd. And again, a UK sitcom.
Yeah.
You've seen it, right?
I've seen the pilot. Is that where he gets up in the middle of the board meeting and just jumps out the window because he knows they're going under or something like that?
Yeah, yes. That's
great gag.
And it is a fantastic.
Yeah, I got to check that out more.
It's just really funny. I mean, if you've ever heard anybody say, have you tried turning it on and off again when referring to anything IT related?
Right.
Imagine that constantly. One of the characters actually had a like reel-to-reel cassette recorder kind of thing set up next to his phone, and he would answer the phone, IT, and hit the button. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Yeah, I got to check that out. I laughed hysterically at the pilot. Some of these, I don't know, you watch so much, you forget about it. Or a couple years goes by before they release another season, and you're like, oh, yeah, I used to watch that.
That's the problem with UK sitcoms is it can be years.
Yeah, and years wait for a 6-episode season. I like that their seasons are shorter because I think they're tighter and they're funnier. Yep. But I'm with you. So number 2 on your list, Conrad can maybe relate to this because he likes one of the spinoffs, is The Big Bang Theory.
Absolutely. I absolutely love it. Of course, I'm a big nerd. I'm a huge nerd. And I'm sorry, but Sheldon Cooper is also my brother. So,
You say you're a nerd, but there's very few nerds I've met in my life, and they're lovely people. But I would not be scared of most nerds. I'm a little scared of you sometimes. Like,
you should never be scared of me. I'm weird, but I'm not going to hurt you. I promise.
Okay, all right, I'm okay with that. Conrad, are you scared of Lisa? Like, you have an edge to you sometimes where I just would not want to get on your bad side. Is that fair?
And that's one thing that my husband does say. Don't get on Lisa's bed. She'll go scorched earth. And I probably would.
All right. Number 1, The Golden Girls.
Amen.
Great show. Yes.
Hands down.
Betty White again.
Betty White. Best sitcom ever. And what's funny is I still watch it to this day. I will do complete series rewatches. It's my comfort show.
Yeah.
And I will put that on and I will giggle just as hard as I did the first time I heard it.
It's a great show. And so many people on the show, because we talk about TV a lot, have said it's their comfort show as well. So it just has that vibe to it. Conrad, do you want to share your favorite? You're a Young Sheldon guy.
I like Young Sheldon.
And I do too. Yeah, but it's one of your faves.
I'd put it at like 5 for me, probably.
Okay. And tell Lisa your number 1.
Is in yours, isn't it?
I really do like Ghost. That's a fantastic show. I've seen that. I haven't seen the newest season yet, but I've watched all the other ones. Really good.
Tell her your favorite show.
How I Met Your Mother. I've seen it like 10 times, probably. More than that, probably, actually.
Have you seen that, Lise?
I have seen How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. I have. And it's probably top 20 for me.
Okay.
But I definitely think that.
That's no slouch.
It's not a slouch. I mean, Allison Hannigan is hilarious. Her comedic timing was really good. And so I have to give it. And come on. Neil Patrick Harris.
he's great in that.
Lothario.
Love
come on. That's classic.
All right. I'm going to give you my 5.
Okay.
Do we have time can we keep you for just 2 more minutes, Lise? We have a really short break.
2 more minutes. Okay.
I know you just I get talking to you and we have so much to talk about. So I'm blaming you. Lisa Hale. Lisa Hale is here. We'll keep her, I swear, just for 2 more minutes. I'm going to give my top 5 shows and I want her opinion on them. This is Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
Hey, Northeast Wisconsin, this is Kristen Ambos with the Always On Point podcast and Point Mortgage. On Sundays at 10 to 11 a.m., you'll find me on the Civic Media app, as well as 1590 a.m., 97.9 FM, and all podcast platforms where we'll discuss everything mortgage, real estate, and market related. Any questions? Text them to 920-606-1156. Join me every Sunday.
Sturgeon Spirits of Oshkosh. Next door to their cocktail bar and tasting room on Oregon Street is the Ready Room, open for your next event. A private bar with aviation-inspired details. It's ideal for intimate parties, conferences, or holiday parties and reunions. Sturgeon Spirits, 2663 Oregon Street in Oshkosh, and at grocery and liquor stores throughout the Fox Valley. As you begin your holiday travels, buy local, drink global, and take a piece of Oshkosh with you. SturgeonSpirits.com.
4, 3, 2, noon. Wave goodbye to 2025 a little earlier with Kids Rockin' Eve. It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411. And thanks to the good folks at the Children's Museum of Green Bay, your kids don't have to miss out on New Year's Eve activities. Starting at 10 a.m., you can celebrate with magical hourly countdowns, each with a different theme. And that way the kids get tired out before the real fun starts for us. Check it out, head to WGBW.FM and click events.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Welcome back. This is Nightlight. You really were mailing it in there, and so was I. Like, you're starting the intro music, I'm off talking to our next guest, and I'm not paying attention either. So, and we've got Lisa Hale waiting in the wings here very patiently for us. Lisa Hale covers news here at Civic Media for Northeast Wisconsin. She is the bureau chief, and she is a blast to talk TV with. So, all right, Lisa, you ready for my top 5?
I am. I'm so ready for this.
I've got actually 6 as well, and an alternate, so I broke the rules. But I'm going to go backwards. Larry Sanders. The Larry Sanders Show. You ever see that with Gary Shandling?
Yes.
Love it. I did not count the animated, like The Simpsons is one of my all-time favorite shows too. I left that off the list just because.
I don't count animated as sitcoms, even though they kind of are.
They are, yeah. I don't know why. All right, so number 5 for me is All in the Family, I should say.
Okay.
Classic, Norman Lear. Number 4, The American Office. Even though it was derived from the British Office, which at that time was one of my all-time favorite shows. 12 episodes, that was it. And it was all tight. In some ways, I admire more what they did in America because they had to fill an entire season, and I thought they did that beautifully. So I kind of tipped my hat to that show. I thought it was great, and I love Steve Carell.
I think the reason why I didn't get as much into the American Office as I should have is, spending time in the corporate world. I didn't want to see it.
It hurt. It hurt to watch. Number 3, Modern Family. Love Modern Family. Love Cam and Gloria. I just think, and Phil Dunphy. Love the show.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, Cheers.
Okay.
Hard to go wrong. A staple in American sitcoms. And then number 1, I had to go Seinfeld because I just think it was groundbreaking for network TV at the time.
It was groundbreaking. I have to give Seinfeld that. It was groundbreaking. There was times when I didn't find it funny, but there were other times when I just lost it and could not stop laughing.
Lise, this is so much fun always, and please forgive me for keeping you so long. I will be cognizant of your time next. I cannot believe when we start yakking away, it's like all of a sudden we haven't even talked about one thing yet, and we're like 20 minutes into the conversation. So thank you.
It happens because we have such similar tastes.
Exactly, and you're just you're a great conversationalist, and I love your tastes and your opinions on movies and TV. So it's always and spiders for that matter.
Spiders.
Always so much fun, my friend. Keep doing a great job here at Civic Media. Love listening to you on the radio, and next time we do this, I'll get you out of here sooner.
Hey, whatever floats your boat there. Give me it later or keep me short. I don't care.
All right, Conrad, we're keeping her for the whole show next time. Make a note.
Can't do that tonight.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a great New Year's, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too, Pete.
All right, thanks. That's Lisa Hale, folks. She does outstanding work here at Civic Media, and she's always fun to have on the show. Coming up in just a few minutes after the news, Kristen Lite will be here, a Northeast Wisconsin-based comedian. She's going to tell us where we can see her. She's a very funny comedian. She'll be playing locally for New Year's Eve here in Northeast Wisconsin, but she's got a lot of other dates coming up, too. And we'll talk to her about what she's been up to as well. Lots to talk about in the way of comedy and New Year's Eve fast approaching. So this was kind of strange, Count. Where do you fall on this list? You've got Netflix or another streaming platform. 35% of Americans, that's how they'll spend their New Year's Eve. 24% will go to a party. 20% will catch up on sleep. And the rest, 10%, will scroll through social media on their phones.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Scrolling on your social media for New Year's.
How about you do that while you're watching a streaming platform? You get kill two birds with one stone.
I think the Netflix one will be a little bit higher this year.
Yeah, because of Stranger Things.
Yeah, with the 2-hour movie that they're putting out for the last episode.
What are you going to do? Are you going to see it in the theater? Or are you going to watch it at home?
I do want to go see it in theater, kind of, but Also, I don't know. I'm going to a party, and one of my friends in Milwaukee. So
Same. Not to that party, but I'm going to party.
You're invited.
I'm going to party it up, and then I'm going to crash at your huge apartment before your lease runs out.
There's nothing in there, so you can sleep on the floor.
By the way, the remaining 11% said other or no preference.
So just sitting in silence?
Just a bunch of bums. They don't want to do anything.
Just sitting in silence and just, that's it.
Pulling a putty and staring at the wall. The putty character, of course, from Seinfeld. So there you go. That breaks it down. I'll be going to a party and probably watching Stranger Things because I'll probably ring in the new year at 11 because there will be younger kids at this party and the parents will have to leave. And then I'll probably watch Stranger Things with the kids. We'll go home. It's 2 hours.
2 hours long.
That's not too bad. I can handle that on New Year's Eve.
I can handle. Yeah, I'm definitely as soon as I get home the next day, I'm instant. I think either I'm going to go theaters or watch it at home. I haven't decided yet, but I'm watching it.
You're definitely going to save it for New Year's Day. What about
definitely
football?
watching it. Football?
Yeah, there's football on a New Year's Day, right?
And we don't need it.
Oh, wow.
That's how much this Stranger Things.
That's from the
finale
sports
means to me.
Dude himself, Conrad, just downplayed football on New Year's Day. But yeah, this is like the big deal. I mean, this is a brilliant marketing tactic too. It came out at Thanksgiving with 4 episodes. 3 episodes were released on Christmas Eve. This is the last season, and then they're going out with a bang with 2 episodes on New Year's Eve. I think it's brilliant. So we'll do that. I'm going to tell you at some point. I got to get to these two. This is the top cities for New Year's Eve. If we have time, we'll get to that tonight.
Is Marinette on there?
Very good. Christmas City, USA is not
on
the New Year's list. I know, it's a bummer. There were 2 Wisconsin cities on there, though, in the top 50.
Kewaskum?
Kewaskum is not on there. It's because people like you move. The true party animals
Yeah, that's
leave.
true. That's true.
And but that's as good a city as any to watch Stranger Things in. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming up after the news, comedian Kristen Lite will be here in the studio. We'll get caught up with Kristen and find out where you can see her on New Year's Eve. That's coming up next. This is Nite Light with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
And I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
Warm holiday wishes.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
From Civic Media.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The fragile ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas holding up aside a few skirmishes. President Trump welcomed Israel's prime minister to his Florida estate for talks on phase 2 of the peace plan. President Trump making it clear on what he says Hamas needs to do.
There has to be a disarming of Hamas.
The president and Israel's leader also discussed the re-emerging threat of Iran's nuclear program. Following his one-on-one meeting with Ukraine's President Zelensky yesterday at Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's optimism about a peace deal with Russia turning to frustration. That after Russia accused Ukraine of attempting a drone attack at Vladimir Putin's state residence, something Ukraine's president denies. Authorities in Texas continue their search for missing 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos, last seen Christmas Eve morning near her home in San Antonio. Police say they've received new dashcam video showing the missing teen rummaging through her car and say that's the last she was seen. This is ABC News.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. A partly cloudy sky tonight, lows 5 to 10 above. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow, a few flurries and snow showers. A high pretty close to 20. More snow showers Wednesday. Temps peak in the 20s in the morning, then fall.
Currently, it's 19 degrees.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think. Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
You are listening to your local Civic Media radio station on air. Thank you. Did you know we are always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app too? And if you miss a show or game, find it wherever you get your podcasts or on our website, civicmedia.us.
I was stuck in a state of panic and
Hey, this is Jamie McShane, and you're listening to Nite Light with Pete Schwaba.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are halfway through this evening. Live shows tonight and tomorrow, and then taking a few days off the rest of the week to ring in the new year with family and friends. Hopefully you all have great parties to go to, and we'll be safe out there. Such a fun week, the week between Christmas and New Year's. So fun, we had to invite our next guest to come in here and join us in the studio. She's been here several times before, and she makes me laugh, and she's, on top of all that, she's a very nice person.
Oh, thank
Kristen
you.
Lady, the comedian, the very nice comedian.
Thank you. That's
You're very
such a
welcome.
Great intro.
Well, you know, it all goes downhill after that.
Mhm.
So.
You know,
But for right now, it's going well.
Absolutely. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and I made the nurses laugh, and that always feels like yes.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
so. Can I ask you to elaborate? Like, did you tell a joke? How did you do that?
I try to just sneak in little asides,
Yeah.
like little funny comments, and they'll always pause for a moment, and then ha ha ha, ha, like yes, I got him.
Like, do they know you're a comedian?
No, no,
Okay.
no. That would break the rule.
Is that okay? Is that a rule? Because I feel like if I made someone laugh, my urge would be to go, hey, you can see me New Year's Eve, but just to get some more butts in the seats.
See, you're
right?
better at marketing than me. I should have had you tag team there.
I was never that good at it. But yeah, I did learn when I was a stand-up that you have to be, especially when I moved to LA, you had to promote yourself because no one else is going to do it. So you're not a fan of doing that typically?
I just don't think about it, and I'm not good at it. And I love the idea. I'm a 90s kid, so I came out of like everything is organic, and if it's meant to be, it'll happen. You just got to follow your path and don't be a corporate sellout. And now I'm learning corporate sellouts make a lot of money.
Well, and you have an advantage because with what you do, you can bring that to someone else's day. Rarely does a nurse or a physician's assistant get to inject themselves into people's lives. I suppose if there was an accident or something horrible, they could do that. But
Yeah, that's true. My injection is more fun.
you could show up and tell jokes in a car accident. Now, hey, I think we need a little laughter here. It's great to have you here, Chris. How have you been? How are things going?
I've been so good. I am officially engaged. Ooh la la.
Nice.
Yeah, he made an honest woman out of me. Yeah.
Look at that. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, he did it in Mexico after a cemetery tour that we run.
Oh, dear.
So I feel like he knows me so well.
Cemetery tour, like you could make the obvious joke there, I hope, whatever it is. But you like cemeteries. They're kind of fascinating.
Yeah, he tells me any trip we go on, he just Googles that city and haunted and finds something for us to do that he knows I'll love. And he's never been wrong.
Did he
so-
propose at the cemetery?
He did, yeah.
Whoa. Do you think that could be a bad omen in any way?
No, actually, they said in Mexico it's really good luck. So
Okay.
he didn't even know that. So we're on that right path.
All right. Very good. When's the big day?
We're thinking October 2027. We just
Okay.
moved into a new house, and we have to put a lawn in. We got to save a little money, and
Yeah.
we got to save up
October,
for that
okay.
open bar.
Yeah. You got to have open bar, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I I was warned. I got married in Wisconsin too. My wife is from here, and they said don't do open bar because Wisconsinites love to sample drinks and use that opportunity. I've never had a Harvey Wallbanger before. Let me try it, and I'll take one sip. But I didn't find that to be the case.
No, they will always finish a drink. Yeah.
Correct. We are talking about Wisconsinites here. Are you a native Wisconsinite?
I am. I grew up in Green Bay and then lived there until 2008. 2008 to 2018, I lived in Chicago, and then I came back in 2018.
So your husband to be, is he supportive of your stand-up career? Is he a stand-up? What is his line?
Oh, he is absolutely supportive. Like, I've never met a man that was more ride or die that supports me so much. He loves going to shows. He loves going to open mics. He'll even go to open mics with me when we're on vacation. I know. I was like, you're the best. He loves coming to shows. He loves meeting all the comedians. And, sometimes he'll give me a note or two, and it's helpful. And sometimes when shows don't go well, he'll give me the "you did your best, champ." And that always feels good, too.
I love this guy.
He's really
sounds
great.
like a great catch. So
He is.
congratulations. All right. So I have to ask you before we get into the nuts and bolts of the comedy racket, do you have a favorite card game?
Yes, I love war.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, just a real quick, like no thought really, just bam, bam,
One
bam.
of those games that you don't glaze over when people are telling you what the rules are, because it's so simple.
Yeah, if you got more than 3 rules, I'm out.
What is the rule with the ace, though, in war? Is it low or high?
I think it's high. I think it actually depends on who you're playing with. I think you call it from the beginning.
Okay. So, but if you're playing with a cheater.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those cheaters. Although the Lite family, they loved poker. I learned poker before I was 6, so that was
oh my gosh,
maybe indicative of problems. I don't know.
Jeez, no kidding. What poker, like Texas Hold'em or the various?
Change the diaper was a big one.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even remember it now. I just remember the name made me giggle.
Do you play Hold'em?
My dad does. My dad can walk into any casino and win $500.
Wow.
I did not inherit that gift.
I love Texas Hold'em. That's my game. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Me and my dad would get along.
We would. We could become a force. But what's the change the diaper? How does that?
I don't remember. I'll have to Google it later. My great grandma would be so disappointed in me.
Is she listening?
No, she's long gone. Okay. But I'm sorry, Hazel.
Oh, that's a great name for a great grandma. All right. So tell us you got a great gig coming up locally. Love that too. Tell us where you will be New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, it's going to be a change. I won't be in bed by 10. I'm going to be at Skyline Comedy featuring for John Caparulo.
Tell us about this night. Okay, so are there 2 shows or one? Will you be on stage at midnight ringing in the new year?
It's going to be 2 shows, one starting at 7, one starting at 10:30.
It's a big, you can get a nap in between.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll be doing like 25 to 30 minutes, I imagine. And then John is
in a row?
Yes, in a row. Yes.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Yes. And then John is a force of nature. He'll probably get up there and do an hour 20 or something. He's so funny. He's got such a huge catalog of jokes. He's really, really wonderful. If you haven't seen him, you should come on out. He is just like the sweetest, funniest dad. He draws comic books. He's really great.
So is he a clean comic for the most part?
He's not overly dirty, but he's definitely not 100% clean.
Okay.
I'd say he kind of strides the line.
What about you? Where do you fall in that? Are you?
I don't like limitations, and I don't like being told I have to do clean comedy. I usually will not do those shows, but the majority of my comedy is not really dirty.
Yeah. I'm with you. That's a great answer, actually. Do you find, we were talking about this a little bit before you came on. I always loved, and it's been years since I've done what you're doing, but I loved opening for someone who had a following, because when the crowd shows up there, they're ready to just listen and not heckle and be jackasses or overdrink. Yes. They pay to see the show, and that's what it should be every night.
They're so well behaved and so on board and so excited to be there. A lot of times, if you're opening for someone that doesn't have a following, it's like, prove yourself to me, you know. And there's this attitude within the crowd, and you got to break them and bring them on board. But opening for Brian Posehn, John Caparulo, Kristen Key, they have such a huge following that it just it feels like getting into a warm bath.
It's like a vacation,
so welcoming. Yeah, because it's like this idea that if the person they're there to see trusts you, they trust you.
That's wow, great answer. How did you get connected with this John Caparulo?
Yeah.
Like, did he choose you to be on the show, or is it coincidence?
I submitted to Skyline a few years ago, and we just hit it off. I think we're both quiet nerds, and we enjoyed the energy we bring to the green room. So a lot of times when he's come back, he has selected me to be his feature, which I'm very grateful for.
That's excellent. And listen, when you're headlining, you want that. You want someone who's going to set the table, right? That's kind of your whole job. Get him riled up, and then he comes in and closes, and it's great.
Oh, absolutely.
We were talking about this, too. New Year's Eve used to be, you couldn't not work it if you were a comedian because it paid so well, like double or triple sometimes even.
Oh, wow.
But you said it's a little more now.
Yeah. I would say it's about 50% more than you'd make on an average night.
All right.
But, of course, that probably varies throughout the country.
Now, will your fiance be at the show?
He will, yeah.
Okay, so that's good. See, sometimes I would travel, and then it's me and the other guy who I don't really know that well on midnight ringing in the new year, and all these couples are hugging and kissing and popping champagne, and it's like, you shake hands. It's like, all right, going back to the hotel, you know.
Yeah, do a fist bump.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, except he's normally in bed by 9, so I don't know how he's going to do a 10:30 show.
Oh, wow.
We'll see.
My wife and I are like that. I'll stay up till like 1 o'clock or
Me too.
whatever. And now the kids are home, so we're all staying up watching movies, and she's in bed. She can't make it past 10 o'clock, and she feels like left out.
Aw.
So I'll tell her.
Someone's got to wake up early and take the mom shift.
I'll tell her you said that. Aw. You got sympathy tonight. Hey, Kristen Lite is my guest. She's a very funny comedian from here in Northeast Wisconsin, Green Bay, born and raised, and kicking it out in the burbs these days. But you can see her at the Skyline Comedy. Is it the Comedy Club or Comedy Cafe? Skyline Comedy.
I think it is Comedy Cafe, actually. They do serve a mean pretzel bite. So,
Ooh. Oh, I love a good mean pretzel bite. But you can see her there New Year's Eve. Tell us, what other gigs do you have? I was looking at your schedule. You got a pretty full plate.
Yeah, I'm really excited. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be out in San Diego, and I'm going there for work. So I just kind of like threw a last minute line out.
Oh, nice.
And Comedy Heights is a really great theater show there. And they're having me on again. I did their show a few years back. So it's always nice to go back. They run a really fun room. So I'll be there the 16th and 17th. And then at the end of this month, we are doing Don't Tell shows, which are our fun pop-up shows.
That's such a great concept.
Yeah, we're doing those the last weekend of January. Friday will be in Appleton, and Saturday will be in Green Bay. And the location's a secret.
So I know that I've had people like from Comedy City on the show and stand-ups on the show. Is it a mixture sometimes of improv and stand-up? Do you ever do that, or is it typically this or typically that?
You know, for the Don't Tells, we do strictly stand-up, but John Egan is one of the co-producers, and he is an improv phenom, so maybe we should, I don't know if we could incorporate that maybe. That might be fun.
I'd love to be a phenom of some sort. I think John is the first time I heard that term, Don't Tell Comedy. I just thought it was such a great... That's so great.
Yeah, John's awesome. And Trevor Klumpner also helps us run it.
Oh, Trevor was here just a couple weeks ago.
He's
Yeah.
fun.
Did you introduce me to Trevor?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get commission for that?
No. I mean, I do now.
It's just a fist bump. All right. So you've got another really cool date coming up in March. I know it's a ways out, but and Conrad might know this guy, Brian Posehn.
Yeah, Brian's
Tell
the best.
us about Brian.
Oh, he is so funny. He really came to fame in the 90s as a stand-up, and is like we were talking about earlier, 90s kids, is someone who just followed his own individual narrative. He loves metal, he loves comic books, and and he's grown an immense following of fellow nerds that love him, and he is so funny and such a delight to work with. I'm really excited for March. Those shows were supposed to happen in August.
Oh.
Because last year we did a couple runs together. We did a theater in Minneapolis. Just a wonderful time. Getting to open for Brian's people is amazing.
That's so cool. And he's on the show. Was it Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon?
Yeah, he was on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And now they're doing a spin-off, which is why the August shows got canceled. He had to film because he's famous.
Wouldn't that be something?
But it's called Stuart Saves the World, and it's on HBO Max. It's going to be premiering, I think, next month.
Have you seen that, Con? Are you a Brian Posehn fan?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah. Seems like you could have, even if you had to lie a little bit there. Obviously.
But yeah, Stuart Saves the Universe, I think, and it's going to be more like adult humor.
Okay.
Whereas The Big Bang was more like, network friendly.
Absolutely. All right, so you got Three Ships Brewery in Sheboygan, too. We've got about 30 seconds before we'll do a break, and we'll come back and talk with more with Kristen. But is that that seems like a really cool room.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I'm really excited.
Oh.
Mike Maxwell asked me to do it, so I'm looking forward to
Oh,
that.
that's so great. All right, we'll talk about a few of Kristen's dates when we come back, and I'll probably most likely ask you what you're watching on TV.
Sure.
Talk a little more comedy, have a few laughs. It's going to get crazy here, folks. Don't go away. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Dressed up like Elvis. Why am I wearing your class ring? Don't call your mother, 'cause now we're partners in crime. Don't be a baby, remember what you told me.
An unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
You are listening to your local Civic Media radio station on air. Thank you. Did you know we are always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app too? And if you miss a show or game, find it wherever you get your podcasts or on our website, civicmedia.us.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
You lift me above the old routine. Make it nice, play it clean. Jasmine.
Welcome back. Con, you are really into Carole King.
She has some great tunes.
Do you feel the earth move under your feet whenever you hear her music?
Well, my feet are on the board right now, so.
Because you're mailing it in. All right, Kristen Lite is here, folks. She's a very funny Green Bay-based stand-up comic, and she will be at the Skyline Comedy Cafe or Club.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, right. If you're paying the money, they probably don't care either. She will be there New Year's Eve with, tell me the headliner's name.
John
again.
Caparulo.
John Caparulo. I have a good friend named John Caponera, and I always want to go there.
Yeah, very close.
Very close.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see her there, or at many of her other dates. She's got a don't ask or don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell. Don't even think about it.
You walk in, they will not ask you your sexual orientation or your sexual preference. That is my vow to you. That's at the end of the month, and then you've got March. You'll be back at the Skyline, opening for Brian Posehn, which should be an absolute blast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna kind of marry your worlds here,
okay,
Kristen, because you do a lot of work with unions, teachers unions in particular, which I applaud you for. My wife is a teacher, and since we moved right back here after they dissipated the unions in Wisconsin, and I see it now. They have, or at least it feels like they have no power. And sometimes, but let's take that and go the comedy route. Could there ever be a union in stand-up comedy? Because I was telling you during the break about how I led kind of a boycott more than a strike against comedy clubs in Chicago years and years ago. Could that happen, and how would that happen?
Yeah, actually, a lot of comics want to talk about this because, pay rates really haven't changed since the 1970s. The thing is, like, for a comedian union to really take hold and be effective, comedians have to say no to certain standards. And I think the thing is most difficult is you still have comedians out there that will do a lot of work for exposure for free.
Yeah.
So we're really underselling ourselves. So like collectively, we would have to come to the decision, like these are the standards we want to see maintained, and no one is going to go around those standards for stage time.
Right.
Which
that's tough.
It's tough. Yeah. Yeah. And you got a lot of people out there, they have rich parents who are fundraising for them, so they don't need to make those minimums.
You are so right about that too. I always say that when I moved to LA, I was so blown away by the amount of people that live there and their apartment was paid for by their parents.
Yeah.
Like poor kids don't go into the arts unless they're pushed at an elementary school level, I think, So that's interesting. Could it work if you like you say, there's always going to be someone willing to work for less just to get seen or whatever. Could you have a union or like a SAG-AFTRA type thing that comedians can get into after they've done so many years so they would respect that? Is that a possibility?
I think there would be potential there with the collective buying power in terms of the unit getting something like the insurance, SAG does, that people are really interested in. So I think there is potential there.
Okay. I just always thought that was interesting because you're right. The money, at least not for first-time headliners, has not gone up in probably 30 years or more. It's still the same rate. And it's like minimum wage not going up since I worked at McDonald's in the 80s. It's like doubled. It was like $7 an hour or something right now.
Yeah, and I feel like it's detrimental to the art form because if you're not having the voices of working people, the narrative within comedy then gets sort of unhinged from reality.
Yes. My dad is such a jerk. He didn't let me take the Lamborghini out. You can't relate to that. Come on.
Oh, no.
Unless the comedy club was just called the One Percenters or something. And then they wouldn't have to paper the room at least because everybody had the money.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about who were your influences when you started doing stand-up?
Yeah, actually, when I started doing stand-up, it was probably about 13 years ago, but I really grew up on Bill Hicks, George Carlin,
Nice.
With my grandpa and my dad listening to those on vinyl. And
Wow, cool.
But it felt like it wasn't something normal people could do. You had to be preordained by the gods, and then you got your HBO special. So it wasn't until I moved to Chicago that I saw how terrible open mics are that I was like, wow, anyone can do this.
Bill Hicks, a legend. George Carlin, a legend. Those are pretty big shoes to fill. Did your dad ever see you do stand-up knowing that he liked really edgy comics and legends? Were you intimidated to have him come to a show?
No, actually, my parents have always been super supportive of my comedy. So, like, Dad comes to shows quite a bit and really enjoys it.
Yeah.
So it's always been nice. Like, I opened for Bobcat Goldthwait a couple months ago, and the way my father shoved me out of the way to meet Bobcat was like, wait a minute.
Does your dad like your husband-to-be? That's the big
Yes,
question.
very much. Oh, my God. He gets this faraway look in his eye and says, Rick is so tall. I'm like, okay.
More specifically, Who are your favorite female comics?
Oh, yeah. I would say, within the state, we have Chastity Washington, Sasha Rosser, Reagan Niemela, Luis Noe. They're hilarious, and I
Chastity's
love watching
been on the
them.
show.
Yeah,
I think you introduced me to her
funny.
as well. She's very funny.
Mm-hmm. And then nationally, Jackie Cation is a home state hero. She's from Milwaukee originally. So funny. I got to work with her a couple months back. And Maria Bamford is my number one. She's the white whale of comedians I want to work with.
Boy, you got great, you're so on the right track when those are your favorite comedians, right? Like, just from when you started, if those were your personal heroes, what great influences.
Yeah, right? I feel like I just love people who aren't afraid to say it like it is.
Yeah. Well, keep up the great work. Your book, Uniontown, where can people get that?
Yeah, you can send me a message on Instagram. I'll probably just give you a copy for free.
Wow.
It's just sort of a passion project I put out with my friend Whitney Wasson, who illustrates Sober Rabbit. And I wrote sort of a zine of essays about my reflections of working in organized labor for the past 15, 20 years. And they illustrated it in the style of Busy Town by Richard Scarry.
Kristen Liney, keep up the great work on and off stage.
Thank you.
Let's have you back soon. Maybe before Brian Posehn.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Kristen Liney, ladies and gentlemen, check her out at the the club, cafe, commissary, the Skyline Commissary.
Skyline Comedy Food Court.
New Year's Eve, folks. You don't want to miss it. We are coming right back. We'll reset the show and have Desmo Rooney here to also talk about New Year's Eve. It is Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Don't stop.
If it happens in Wisconsin, you'll hear about it on the station with local news and timeless hits. 97.9 FM, WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. During a press conference with President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago today, Trump was asked about tensions between Israel and Turkey.
They're not going to have a problem. I know them very well. And you've seen me do things with President Erdogan and Turkey that nobody else could have done. We're not going to have a problem. He's done a fantastic job. I'm with him all the way. I'm with Bibi all the way. Nothing's going to happen.
With thousands of visitors expected in New Orleans for New Year's, the All-Star Sugar Bowl, and Mardi Gras, state leaders are deploying the National Guard. That move is drawing mixed reactions from residents and taxpayers. Alvin Stevens lives there.
There's a lot of homelessness going on and a lot of other things going on that needs attention other than National Guard walking around the street with their hands in their pockets.
Former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is in stable condition in a hospital following a car crash in Nigeria that killed 2. This is ABC News. California has dropped a lawsuit filed against the Trump administration with which drew $4 billion for the state's high-speed rail project. The administration says the authority running the project does not have a viable plan to complete it. The authority says the federal government is not a trustworthy partner. Flu cases are at record highs in some states.
The latest CDC data shows nearly 5 million cases across the country. New York State is now seeing its worst flu outbreak on record. More than 71,000 cases in one recent week alone, the most ever in a single week. At least 14 other states are reporting a high or very high number of cases, from Louisiana to Colorado and up to New England.
That's ABC's Allison Kosick. Kansas City Chiefs coach Andy Reid is dismissing any retirement rumors, saying he plans on returning next season. Reid signed a 5-year extension in April 2024. I'm Stephanie Officer, ABC News.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. A partly cloudy sky tonight, lows 5 to 10 above. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow, a few flurries and snow showers. A high pretty close to 20. More snow showers Wednesday. Temps peak in the 20s in the morning, then fall.
Currently, it's 19 degrees.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
You are listening to your local Civic Media radio station on air. Thank you. Did you know we are always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app too? And if
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a man barely 6 feet tall, but a mountain of muscle, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back. This is Night Light. It is great to have you here, folks. We are jamming through a Monday night, sort of a holiday season version of Night Light. The week between Christmas and New Year's, always fun. Conrad has Stranger Things to watch coming up on the big release New Year's Eve. That should be fun. And lots going on. We've got tomorrow night. We're gonna have Mike Clemens on. He's gonna talk some Packers
The Green Bay injured reservers.
The Green Bay injured reservers. I don't think that's going to stick, but it is apropos.
And they'll go back to the Packers next year.
But for now, that's pretty impressive. They made the playoffs, though, because their injuries kind of started before they clinched anything, I would say.
Yeah, we had to, Tucker Kraft was huge when that happened.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, that just tore our offense, took our offense off course, fully.
They called me.
Did they?
Hey, Schwabs.
They said we need a mountain of muscle.
We need a mountain of muscle to play tight end. So we've had a lot of fun here tonight, folks, so far. Well, Lisa Hale was here. She is our news bureau chief here in Northeast Wisconsin and does great work here at Civic Media. If you missed my conversation with Lisa, you can catch it on the podcast. at civicmedia.us. All Nightlight shows are collected there and available to stream, or is it stream? Do you stream a podcast? You do, right? It's not just TV you can stream.
Well, you can. Do you stream? I guess kind of
do. You give it a listen.
You click play.
Give it a listen.
Spotify too.
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts.
All of them. We're all over the place. So check out our number one. We ranked our top 5 favorite sitcoms. Comedian Kristen Leidy was here last hour. You can see her at the Skyline Comedy Cafe New Year's Eve, a great show with John Caparulo. And she's got a lot of other fun dates coming up. So check out her website, Kristen Leidy. I think it's just kristenleidy.com. But if you give a Google, you'll have all the information at your fingertips. It's the information superhighway, Conrad. I don't know if you know that about the internet. You can find out almost anything there.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to get on it.
Listen, it's not a fad. It's not going anywhere. So we did that, and coming up in just a couple minutes, I'll have comedian Des Mulrooney on. You can see Des at Memories Ballroom in Port Washington. He's part of a great show there, and that's a great venue. We've had several comics from Memories on. Des will be here in just a couple minutes. And then Comedy and Cheese, Conrad. That's our third hour at 7:35. Donna Hahn will be here from Plymouth, Wisconsin. That's the cheese capital of Wisconsin. And if you're the cheese capital in a state known for cheese, you're not messing around. That is where the king cheese is.
Yeah.
But they drop like an 80-pound or 100-pound block of cheese to count down the new year. So I think that'll be really cool. Don't stand under it. It could be dangerous.
Yes,
but
don't try to catch it.
Don't try to catch the cheese. But we'll talk to Donna at 7:35. And I think it's time right now, Con, we reset our question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
All right, so yesterday was National Card Playing Day. So our question today is, what is your favorite card game? I said Texas Hold'em. Did you give us yours?
Mine is Hearts.
Oh, you know what? I don't know how to play Hearts.
I'll teach you sometime.
Yeah,
there's more than 3 rules though, so
I'll bring my listening A game. Honest to God, there's always that guy at poker. You got like 7 people, and he's always the guy who was brought there by someone else who goes, "Have you guys ever played this?" And then he goes into a 15-minute explanation, and it's like, why is this guy here?
You know, those guys aren't fun to play with. You know who is fun to play with in a poker game?
Me.
Kim Kardashian.
You mean Allura from All's Fair? Kim Kardashian plays mean cards. Strip poker, I think, is her game. So let us know, folks. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC, and we will read your text on the radio. Would love to know your favorite card game. And you can also drop us a comment through the app, Civic Media app, very easy to use. And if you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X, drop us a stream comment, and we will read that on the radio as well. I think we have a phone call. Let's go to that call, Con, before we bring Des.
Yeah, it's Greg from Waukesha.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
Good. How are you, Pete?
Doing very well. Good to hear from you.
Happy holidays.
Well, thank you, sir. Are you having good holidays?
You know what? I am. I am. Good time with family and friends, and had a good time with the 104-year-old grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Still living in our own house, but she's doing awesome. So, and we went out to eat because 104 grandma doesn't cook anymore. But anyway,
come on, grandma.
I know. I mean, she cooks for herself, but anyway,
impressive. Yeah.
Have to tell you about this card game that I played at a church Christmas party.
Okay.
And it's called Flip 7. And it requires a special deck of cards. Have you played this, Pete? Conrad?
I've never even heard of it, no.
Okay. You have to, all the cards are numbered, and they're numbered like 1 through 12.
Okay.
And the goal of the game is to not get the same number repeated. So you can draw as many cards, and you have to get up to 200.
Huh.
So you count your points throughout the turns you get, and then you can't get repeated cards. So it's really cool.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I don't have Braille cards for this. I do have a Braille Uno deck that I play
nice.
with. So, yeah. So I like playing Uno as well, but also play Uno online through a website called RS Games, but which is a games website for people who are totally blind or visually impaired. But yeah.
That is so great, Greg. I didn't know they had that when it came to Uno, but what a cool thing to have for people with sight issues. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So I just wanted to call and hope you guys are having a good Christmas or New Year's. And I love that Civic Media is doing something for New Year's Eve, and my alma mater, Carroll University, is sponsoring it on the Waukesha station here. So that's
Greg,
or the Milwaukee station.
As always,
100.3.
Yeah, 100.3 exactly. Our not brand new, but still new station out of Milwaukee there. But Greg, you are awesome. Thank you for listening, my friend, and have a great New Year's.
You're welcome, Pete. You and Conrad have a great New Year's too. Don't drink too much eggnog, okay?
No way.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Greg. It's Greg from Waukesha. That actually sounds like a really fun game. The problem is I'm going to forget it by the next commercial break, and I don't really feel like I have a handle on it, but it did sound fun. All right. Thank you, Greg. And moving on here, it is my pleasure, folks, to welcome to Nightlight. He's been here before. He's a very funny stand-up comedian and a very talented actor, and he joins us now. Is he on the phone or the stream, Con?
For the stream.
Oh, we got Des over the stream. Des Mulrooney joins us. Hey, buddy. How are you?
How you doing, Pete? It's been a minute, man. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too. You, how have you been? You were here probably last summer, maybe, or spring, or I tried to get you, but your mom was having some health issues, so I hope that turned out.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah, she's doing better now. That's right.
Good.
Yeah, she had open heart surgery and everything went well, so she's recovering.
Oh, dear.
Very good now. So, but things are going way better now. So, yeah.
Good to hear.
Thanks for asking, man.
Absolutely. I'm very happy to hear that. And I want to say it was funny because I wanted to have you on because I think you were doing shows at the time, Des, with your dad, T.P. Mulrooney, who is a very good comedian and guy I looked up to and watched do stand-up when I started in the 90s. So how did those shows go?
That's right. Yeah, that was at the Kenosha Comedy Club, and we did that was the weekend after Father's Day weekend, and so we did a father-son show. Him and I, and that went great. That was a fun weekend. That's a great club up there. Very nice people, nice staff. But yeah, I mean, my dad, father-son show. So he went up, I went up, and we make fun of each other a little bit. And people brought their sons to the show. It was a nice thing. Yeah, but we do shows together, and that's been going well. So yeah, it's a great club. Great club up there.
That's great. Not many father-son duos in the stand-up world. I'm sure there are a few others, but that's a kind of a unique show that they were able to put together because of your relationship.
Yeah. Not too many. So we were fortunate to do that that weekend, and so we're hopefully trying to link up some more together. We do a lot of private shows together. My dad does he's the golf comic.
Nice.
And so that's what he's known for. He does a lot of golf type shows at country clubs and things like that. And
Sure.
I don't have many golf jokes, so we do theaters together and things like that. And so I'm kind of, when I do shows with him, I'm kind of like the mainstream material part of the show. If they're sick of hearing golf jokes, they'll hear me talk about the grocery store or whatever it is. So, but yeah,
the
it
young
works
buck. That's great.
Yeah.
Can your dad follow you, Des?
Yeah. I mean, well, you know what? It depends where it's at. Depends where it's at. You know, if we're doing, he does the older crowds. You know, if we're doing an old country club, he's the man. But if there's some people in their 20s, if it's a young crowd, my dad's like, hey, why don't you go a little long? He goes, why don't you just close it out? I'll take it from here.
Your dad used to do a great joke about athlete contracts, and they're not even, proportionally, it's not even the same thing now, but he used to do a joke about, like, let's say Rick Sutcliffe for the Cubs makes $10 million a year. That comes down to $40,000 a pitch or whatever. And he would do the pitch and he'd go, oh, he would say, that's like 2 months rent for me. And he'd throw the pitch and he'd say January, February, March, April, just a nutty night out on the town. Like, it's just a very good comic. So you're learning from a really good comic. Has that helped you, or do you find, does he give you too much advice, just enough? How does that work out in your house?
You know, he gives me almost zero advice, you know, maybe a couple tags here and there on some jokes. But, you know, even when people were like, did your dad encourage you to do stand-up? Well, you know, are you doing stand-up because of your dad? And that's just not at all. When I went to my dad when I was 18, I'm like, yeah, I think I want to do stand-up. And he immediately said, well, don't actually do it.
Wow.
He goes, I know you're thinking about doing it. He goes, that's great. You know, maybe you want to go up once. He goes, but my recommendation is do not do stand-up comedy. Don't actually do this. It's a terrible life, terrible career. It's a grind. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay. I don't know. And so people think my dad like brought me into the business. That's quite the opposite. I actually just really want to do it myself. And
that's really funny.
Yeah,
I think anyone in the business, Des, would not think that, because all of us, and I have a son probably a little younger than you who's going into the business, and I never encouraged him. And, you know, I'm supportive when I have to be, but you're a little timid about it because we're kind of reliving what you guys are going through. We've all been there, and so we're gonna feel those things all over again. It's kind of a weird thing, but I'm sure it's great to watch him and have him as an influence. Des Mulrooney is here. We're gonna do a very short break, and then we're gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell you where you can see Des on New Year's Eve. It's gonna be a great show, and we'll tell you about a movie that he is in and where you can rent that too. This is Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton, improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
Are you ready to learn how to play a new board, card, party, or role-playing game, but for a good cause? I have just the event for you. It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411. And Fox Valley Pride has partnered with Slick Mimics for a Gamer Classic event to teach you how to play some new games, like Lords of Waterdeep, Castles of Burgundy, Flamecraft, Ready, Set, Bet, and so much more. It's an all-ages event happening on January 9th from 5 till 9 p.m. But you gotta register first, so head to WGBW.FM and click events.
You still thinking job change in the new year? Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy. IT? Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI. That's what I did. Really? How? Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up. Sweet. Are classes online or on campus? Both. Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nightlight. Sydney on the stream says Pejur? Is that how you say that kind of? Pejur. It's a Persian card game.
I don't know how to say that, but
yeah,
I'll have to look it up.
Sydney's a sharp dude. He was at the Godfather of Green Bay screening in Madison. I'm forever indebted. And now he's taught us about a new card game. So Class A individual all the way. Thank you, Sydney. I will look that up. Right now, joining me over the stream for a couple more minutes is our pal Des Mulrooney. He's a very funny stand-up comedian and a very talented actor. You can see him. Des, why don't you just tell us where people can see you on New Year's Eve?
Yep, I'll be at the Memories Ballroom, which is in St. Portage, Wisconsin.
Port Washington.
Port Washington, that's right. I know it's north of Milwaukee. I know Memories Ballroom. You can type it in Google Maps. But it's a great venue, nice space. I've actually did New Year's Eve there 2 years ago with Jimmy McHugh and the Chicago Comedy All-Stars. So it's a great show, especially New Year's Eve. It's a hell of a time. So you pack everyone in there, and then big show, great comedians, and it's going to be a fun time.
Who else is on the show with you, Des?
We got Jimmy McHugh and Michelle Krajewski. And then another guy I haven't worked with before. I don't know if you saw the flyer, but funny man. Jimmy said great things about him.
Well, and Jimmy's so funny, too. That sounds like it's going to be a fantastic show. So Memories Ballroom, a good venue, too. You've been there before?
Been there a few times before. Yeah, I've done this with McHugh before, and with always great comics on the bill. It's perfect gig. If you've never been there before, I know you've been there probably, Pete, but like to the listeners, free parking.
That's huge.
It's out. There's just cornfields. There's nowhere else around it. There's no hoopla. No one's gonna mug you on the street. This is not a show in the city. It's free parking. You go in there. It's a nice ballroom. That they got food. It's a great venue. So they got to check it out.
Outstanding. Well, I hope you knock them dead, Des. And before we let you go, you and I were in the same movie, a movie called The Road Dog. You played the lead character, which was very cool. I think that was your first movie role ever, if I remember correctly. It was fun to work with you on that. And my sometime writing partner, Greg Leanna, directed it. Where do you, did that do anything for your career? It must be a thrill to tell people, hey, I was the lead in a movie opposite another great stand-up, Doug Stanhope.
Yeah, well, I don't know what numbers it did. I mean, there's so many like movies out there that I don't, I asked Greg, like, how did it do? He goes, it's doing fine, but it's a great movie. That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, to get in the movie theaters, you got to be Spider-Man or you're the X-Men or whatever, but there's a lot of really good movies being made, and Greg Leanna is a wonderful writer and director. As you know, and so it's a good movie. Doug Stanhope is phenomenal in this. You were great, Pete. I love your scene was like one of my favorite scenes. So
it was fun.
Just a good cast. It's just a solid film. It's on Amazon Prime, Apple TV. I think it's actually free on Amazon Prime now.
Oh, nice.
Didn't even know that, like, because for a while you had to pay. And then people are like, hey, your movie's free now on Amazon. I'm like, it is? I'm like, I don't know if it's supposed to be free, but it's free now. It's free on Amazon Prime. So check that out. And it's it's a very good film.
It is a good film, and it kind of bookends our conversation because you play the son of a comedian in the film, which you can certainly relate to, as we discussed earlier. Des Mulrooney, folks, check out The Road Dog on Amazon. It could be free, hopefully, fingers crossed. Or if you want to see him live in person, check his act out at Memories Ballroom on New Year's Eve in Port Washington, a great venue, and it's going to be a great show with our mutual friend Jim McHugh as well. Des, thank you, sir. Always fun to talk to you, and come back soon.
Of course, we'll love to, Pete. Thanks for having me on.
You got it. All right, Des Mulrooney. Very funny guy. And did a great job. This is his first movie role. And I remember thinking, wow, this guy's, He's got the chops. Conrad, when are you going to do your first movie role?
Whenever you make a new movie.
You're not getting any younger, dude.
Whenever you make a new movie, I'll be the lead. I already know. I don't even have to audition.
He's got like information on me. You got to blackmail me or something. Our question of the night, folks, what is your favorite card game? From the 608, Monica from Mount Horeb says, Euchre, because I piss my partner off with how reckless I play. We don't play for money, so why not take a chance? On an unrelated note, I was thinking today, if you and Conrad had a conference, it would be called PetCon. Okay. Let's take a memo, Con. You never know.
And if, PetCon, is spelled with a K.
With a K.
So I don't know
correct.
if you can hear that.
I tried to pronounce it that way. She says, Monica continues, and although pet lovers might show up expecting furry pets, they would soon forget about the disappointment once they see how soft and cuddly you both are, as long as you stop short of requesting belly rubs. Well, if I'm going to go to all that trouble, I expect at least a belly rub. Come on, Monica. Thank you for the suggestion, though. You never know. Maybe we will start a convention. Joe in the 715 says, very big fan of BS. And then in parentheses, the actual title of the card game, which I can't say on the radio. Thank you, Joe.
Fun game.
Yeah, it is a fun game. I haven't played it in years, but I remember always like playing that at sleepovers and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a fun game. Bridget from the 818 says, Crazy Eights, great for all ages. Kind of like Uno, too.
Yeah, definitely.
The inspiration maybe for Uno. Kate from the 715 says, garbage. Is that the same as trash? Have you ever heard of trash?
I've played garbage, but I can't remember how to play it now.
I have too, and I like garbage a lot. But there's someone on the social media said trash, and I was just wondering if they're the same card game. Greg from Waukesha says the Packers have actually recruited me to play, and I'm blind. What do they know? I could have probably defended the runner for the other team last night. Greg, no offense. I think Derrick Henry's going to win that battle, but I appreciate your chutzpah and wanting to get out there and help your team. Greg also says, is Des related to a local Waukesha musician named Emmett Mulrooney? That I don't know, Greg, and I'm sorry I just saw this, or I would have asked him. But thank you for your call, and thank you for your texts. We have more social media texts to get to. We will do that after the news and after our next guest, who is talking about a big cheese drop on New Year's Eve. You don't want to miss this, folks. Don't go anywhere. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Happy holidays, Wisconsin, from Civic Media.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. During a press conference with President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago today, Trump was asked about tensions between
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. A partly cloudy sky tonight, lows 5 to 10 above. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow, a few flurries and snow showers. A high pretty close to 20. More snow showers Wednesday. Temps peak in the 20s in the morning, then fall. Currently it's 17 degrees.
You're a storyteller, negotiator, artist, innovator. Whatever your passion, whatever your skills, behind the scenes or in front, you belong here. A career in broadcast media. Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here. Learn more at youbelonghere.media.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals. So I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
So great to have you here, folks. We have an outstanding show again tomorrow night. Just a reminder, we are live tonight and tomorrow night, and then we take a short break, and we'll be back with regular shows live on January 5th. Tomorrow night on the show, Rick Helms will be here talking about an outstanding light show in Oshkosh. Civic Media Sports Authority Mike Clemens will be on the show. TV host and comedian Paul Gilmartin. You might remember Paul from Dinner and a Movie on TBS. Comedian Jim McHugh and comedy sports head coach Mike Kauth will join us from Milwaukee. That is a jam-packed show as well. So be here tomorrow night, please, and be part of the fun. We'll have a question of the night that you can be part of the show with. And as always, your thoughts and ideas are welcome throughout the show, regardless of what we're talking about. Joining me now, this is exciting, folks. I've been teasing this all show. We are the dairy state. Conrad, did you know that Wisconsin is known for its dairy?
I thought that was California.
Nope. We have, well, I don't know. California is like a size of two countries. Maybe they make more dairy, but we do it better here in Wisconsin. And joining us now to talk about the ultimate Wisconsin way to ring in the new year from the cheese capital of the world. You heard that right, Plymouth, Wisconsin. Joining us now is the executive director of the Plymouth Arts Center, Donna Hahn. Donna, hi.
Hi, good evening.
It's great to have you here. How are you tonight?
I'm very good, Pete. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad this worked out. I've been so excited to talk about this because it's an event that just sounds so Wisconsin. And, you know, for those of us who haven't been to Plymouth, first of all, before we get into the event, tell us a little bit about Plymouth that you speak so proudly of.
Well, Plymouth is really officially the cheese capital of the world. We call ourselves that, and we obtained that title a few years ago officially. And actually, 15 to 16% of all the cheese that's used nationally is coming through Plymouth at one point or another, whether it's being processed here or, created here.
Wow.
Or, cold storage. So we are really the cheese capital, and we're very, very proud of it.
So you're saying you're sort of the self-proclaimed cheese capital of the world. Has anyone ever fought you on that or tried to challenge that status?
Not really.
Okay.
No. And we've been holding that title really since the 50s.
Oh my gosh.
The original cheese exchange is just right down the block from the Plymouth Arts Center. It's in the old bank building. It moved to Chicago after some years after being in Green Bay, but then moved on to Chicago, but it was started here. So
wow.
Why not? Why not?
Absolutely. So what you cannot at this point, Donna, you just have to lie if it's the case. Tell us you're lactose intolerant. Do you love cheese?
I love cheese. Okay. All kinds of it.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
I love the Sartori Merlot. a beautiful cheese, and it just goes with everything. And yeah, you can't beat it.
That's great. Okay, so let's jump into this great event. You have the Sartori Big Cheese Drop on New Year's Eve. For those of us this is the first I've heard of this, so I'm sure there are people out there like me. Tell us about this fun event.
Well, back in 2007, a local photographer, Dennis Schwartz, came to me with an idea. He said, if they can drop a carp in Prairie du Chien, why can't Plymouth drop a big cheese since we're so well known for our cheese? And I said, well, I don't know, Dennis. I mean, I'd love to do it, but how are we going to do this? And he said, well, you guys are always creating so many neat events. I think the Art Center could come up with something. And so we did some research, and we enlisted the Plymouth Foam products to create a big wedge of styrofoam in the shape of a cheese wedge. And we had a local artist paint it, and that served us well for several years until it got so beat up from the wind and snow that then Sartori Company decided that they would create a real beautiful piece of cheese for us made out of metal. So we've been doing this event since 2007. And we're really happy to do it for the community because it just brings a lot of people together, and we have guests from all over the place, coming from Chicago, Michigan. 2 years ago, we had a group here that said, we're gonna start a tradition. Every year, we're gonna go to a different community and see what they have to offer on New Year's Eve. And we found out about you guys. So they brought like 12 people, and they stayed overnight in Plymouth and they were here.
Wow.
And they led our countdown, and they were even in the building helping me bag up stuff. And, it was just wonderful. But it's a really hometown event. And, people love it. So we're going to continue to do it. This is our 19th year.
It sounds absolutely spectacular. I have to ask you, though, you said now it's metal. I was under the impression it was actual cheese that you were lowering.
Well, cheese is very dense. If we were to lift a piece of cheese this size on a 100-foot ladder by the fire department, I don't think it would stay up there. I'm sure that we would have trouble. But we do have plenty of real cheese. The Sartori Company is very generous since they took the event over pretty much as the sole sponsor. It used to be that we had, several sponsors and several cheese companies, but when they created the cheese for us, then they took over the sole sponsorship. So since that time, they've been presenting us with 250 bags of cheese wedges.
Oh my
so
gosh.
each visitor, well, I should say each family that comes at around 9:30, because we're going to start distributing around 9:30. Each family will get a little bag, a little gift bag of cheese, and there will be 2 wedges in there, and that's about a $15 value. And so we hand out 250 of those. And then inside the building, we have, we hand it out inside and outside, but inside the building, we have a cheese tasting table, and then they provide cheese for us inside the building where, people can come and, taste 2 or 3 different of their varieties. And then we'll have a cash bar, and we have live music by the String Along Band. And when we started this event, we had a number of different evenings that we hosted. The first one was build your own party. So you had a theme, and you set up your table the way you wanted it, whether it was Wisconsin Badgers or the Roaring Twenties or, whatever theme you wanted. And then we had, kind of smooth jazz. And over the years, it has evolved into more of a family event because we drop the big cheese at 10 o'clock. So the kids can be here and still get home and, and go to bed at a reasonable time. So, we just make it a real family-friendly event. And the Sartori family is very happy with that as well. They were really for that. So, and everything's over now. We used to go till midnight, but the fire department will arrive around 9 to 9:30, and then there's quite a bit of work to do hoisting that big wedge up in the air. And
Yeah, I can imagine.
if it's really windy, we have to be very careful. And we close down the street on the side of the building, which is North Street. And the fire department parks there, and then we drop the wedge right in front of the Art Center building. And we're going to, tomorrow, or Wednesday night, we're going to have a really great countdown, because last year we kind of dropped the ball on that one.
Drop the cheese on that one.
Yeah, because the cheese came down so fast that we didn't really get a decent countdown. So this year we're going to have a microphone out there, and we're really going to, scream those numbers out loud. So
that is great.
It's just going to be so much fun again. And then we have hot chocolate, for the kids and well, for adults too, and hot cider.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple bonfires. So, it's going to be probably about 20 degrees. So it's going to be cold. So, people can warm up by the fire, and they could come in and do a little dancing and then by 10:30, it's all over, and you can go downtown if you want to, and, celebrate the new year, at one of our local clubs or whatever. And, just have a double amount of fun.
It sounds like an absolute blast. Donna Hahn is my guest. She is the Plymouth Arts Center executive director. We're talking about the Sartori Big Cheese Drop New Year's Eve. New York lowers a ball in Plymouth, the cheese capital of the world. They lower a monstrous block of, well, not actual cheese, but I did see this, Donna. Is it Sarvecchio Parmesan cheese? If it's not a real cheese block up there, where does that come into play?
Well, this is one of their labels.
Okay.
So it's actually called Sarvecchio Parmesan.
Oh, Sarvecchio. Okay.
Yeah, and we used to have one. The cheese was Bellavitano, and that was one of my favorites. But the Sarvecchio Parmesan is definitely very good too. But they changed the label on our cheese, and it's about 80 pounds. So I mean, it is substantial.
Yeah.
And if you get a good wind, it could be a little dangerous, but we've got, the firemen are really wonderful. I mean, we have chains on it and ropes, and our volunteer, Greg Heberlein, has been doing the cheese drop with us for many years, and he's just really, really good at, guiding it down. So, it's a safe event, really.
That sounds great. And you have music, a good band called the String Along Band, which will play some great cover tunes, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Patsy Cline, John Denver. And it sounds like, what kind of turnout do you typically expect, Donna?
It could be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people.
Wow.
It's pretty big. So we fill up our whole front, plaza area.
Yeah.
People park across the street and watch it from their car. Some of the older people that can't take the cold. But it's just it's all over in 5 minutes. So.
That is just that sounds like such a great time. Well, Donna, thank you for your time tonight. I wish you luck. It sounds like you don't need it, because this is a fantastic event on its own.
It is, and I just want to mention that we've been written up in several magazines over the years. We've had national coverage on TV, but TripAdvisor called us one of the top 10 quirkiest events in the United States. So we're pretty proud of that.
I would imagine so. And who would we be to argue with TripAdvisor? It sounds like it's just a blast. So keep up the great work.
We want to definitely thank the Sartori company for sponsoring the event. Sartori is a fourth-generation family-owned company here in Plymouth, and they make some of the greatest cheeses in Wisconsin and probably the U.S. So
this might be the hungriest I've ever been after a segment, and I have you to thank for that, Donna.
Well, I invite you to come and visit us sometime in the future. I mean, we're planning to keep going with this event. So
I would love that. And not only that, keep us in the loop about other things that the Arts Council is doing there. I would love to have you back on sometime if you're game.
Oh,
so
great.
Thank you so much for your time tonight, Donna. It's been great to get to know you.
Thank you. I wish you a very happy New Year.
You too. Thanks, Donna.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Check out the Sartori Big Cheese Drop in Plymouth. That sounds like a lot of fun, Con.
You know, nothing beats dropping cheese.
It sounded like if they're not careful, their cheese actually could get caught in the wind. All right, we're coming back to wrap things up and read your text. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network. Six cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
Keeping you connected to your local community with real news and great conversation. Here's Terry Barr with the Civic Media Radio Network.
If you've ever looked around Lambeau Field and thought, wow, good-looking crowd. Well, science agrees with you. A new study, of course, there's research on everything these days, but this one from sports site Pickwise uses a golden ratio rule. It measures several things, including fans' facial symmetry, to determine which NFL teams have the best-looking fans. If you love the Packers, you're going to love this. Green Bay backers earn an attractiveness score of a little more than 82%. It's just behind the Saints, Steelers, and Cardinals supporters. Okay, now if you're keeping track of rivalries, Chicago Bear fans finished way down the list, 6th from the bottom.
Welcome back. This is Nightlight. I am Pete Schwaba. We are broadcasting live from beautiful, cold downtown Green Bay, statewide. So wherever you're joining us from tonight, folks, thank you for being part of the show. And if you texted or called, it was great to hear from you. I would like to thank all of my guests tonight. Lisa Hale, who we always have so much fun talking TV with, and then comedian Kristen Lighty, who you can catch at the Skyline Comedy Cafe on New Year's Eve, and then Des Mulrooney, another comedian who you can catch if you are in the Milwaukee area at Memories Ballroom. And then we talked to Donna Hahn from the Plymouth, Wisconsin Arts Council. It's the capital of the world, Conrad. The cheese capital of the world.
I believe it.
Do you? I do too. Who am I to argue with that?
And you know, I really, that like cheese that whatever. I can't pronounce it, but
Havachi, something like that.
So good.
It does sound
I
great.
could go for a slice of cheddar.
It's so weird. Like I always say, I don't eat much cheese, but when I crave it, I really crave it, and especially smoked Gouda. So if you missed any of the show and it sounds interesting, check out civicmedia.us, where we have all the shows podcasted in podcast form. That's what I meant to say. Lil Irv on the stream says Piles is his favorite card game. I've heard of that. And I think the New York Times has like one of those games like Wordle. I think they have, or maybe that's Tiles. I don't know. Thank you, Lil Irv. Appreciate the text. Yeah.
Okay, so I just looked it up. I just typed in piles on Google.
Okay.
And it said piles is a common term for hemorrhoids.
And a very popular card game involving.
So I hope it doesn't have anything to do with that.
I don't know what, there's probably card games made from worse ideas. Steady Eddie in the 608 says, Pete and Conrad, way back last week, I told you about the effectiveness and talent of Packers QB Malik Willis. That he did. He says, and how I thought he should be a co-starter with Jordan Love, and the Packers should sign him to a 5-year contract and win a couple Super Bowls. Sounds like a good plan so far, Con. Steady Eddie continues saying, I asked you both what you thought of my idea. Pete, you seemed dazed and confused at my pregunta and took a complete powder. He's doing all our callbacks. Conrad's answer was not very responsive, weak to say the least.
Wow.
And then in parentheses, Steady Eddie says, replay the audio tape. You know what, Steady Eddie? Don't boss us around, please. Steady Eddie says, Willis just had another good game. My idea looks better than ever. Occasionally, you two whippersnappers might consider listening to the wisdom of a boomer. I'm looking at you too, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. Maybe the Packers can't sign Malik Willis to a 5-year contract, but they won't know unless they try. I'm just trying to help here. Steady Eddie. P.S. Favorite card game to play? 2, poker and cribbage. Oh, he has 2. Poker and cribbage. Okay. But usually not at the same time.
Yeah, those are kind of opposite games. I don't know
Steady
how you
Eddie,
play them together.
He just never disappoints. It's brilliance. Absolute brilliance. Some of our social media responses. Janet on Facebook says, I have fond memories of learning cribbage from my grandma as a kid, and all of us still play it to this day. That is a big Wisconsin card game.
I love it.
I've never played it.
I'm not good at it, but it's fun to play.
Okay. Rich Tallarico, our pal and frequent guest, says pitch, a.k.a. setback.
Haven't played that.
I don't know that one either. Rich is that could be like a New York State game or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Pete Schwaba says Texas Hold'em. Rich Lacasio says no limit Texas Hold'em. I'm with you, Rich. I would love to square off with Rich in mano-a-mano Texas Hold'em. Eric Rathsack from Ask Your Mother on Facebook says sheep's head, cribbage, and poker. Those are all big Wisconsin. I mean, poker's big everywhere, but sheep's head,
yeah,
and cribbage, huge Wisconsin poker or card games. Sean on Facebook says any poker variation. That's a serious diehard. Thank you, Sean. Mike Desatel says Pinnacle, another huge Wisconsin card game. You ever played Pinnacle?
No.
Me either.
I actually haven't heard of it until now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a big one. That one is a very popular game. Comedian Vince Moranto says, I haven't played this in years, but the first thing that came to mind, he's got like a poker board there. Queen, Jack. Is that hearts? No. Kitty. I don't know what that is. Maybe a poker table with a bunch of hearts on it. Sorry, Vince. I'm doing the best I can here. Thank you for playing, sir. Tracy Thorpe. Oh, a fine actress you can see in The Godfather of Green Bay says, number 1, trash. Number 2, golf. Golf is a great game.
Golf is so much fun.
Love golf. And there's strategy, too, and like a little bit of luck, but it's a great game. Number 3, King's Corner.
Yeah.
Con, you'll
I love the last 2 ones. They're great. I don't recall trash.
Yeah. I don't know trash either, unless it's garbage and just another name, because garbage is a really fun, I'm not trying to be funny, garbage is a really fun card game. Brett, our pal Brett Kissinger, author, says cribbage. Yes, sir. That is a huge Wisconsin game. And then Jay Campbell says Uno. I have to admit, Uno is really fun. It's just good, clean American card playing fun. Greg on the stream, we missed this earlier. He says, what is it about comedy in New Year's Eve? Jim Gaffigan used to do a New Year's Eve show in Milwaukee. People want to laugh as they're bidding out the old year and in the new year. Yeah, That's exactly what it is, Greg. It's a great way to ring in the new year.
Yeah.
So thank you for all your texts and calls tonight, folks. This has been a really fun night. We'll be back live tomorrow night and then have some highlight shows for the rest of the week. But I hope you enjoy this time between Christmas and New Year's. This is such a fun, we're working, but it's a little more laid back. You feel like you're working, but it's not like rat race working. You know what I mean? It's kind of chill.
I'm still like doing the board right here has a lot of sock stuff on it.
Got some footprints on there. That sounds like. And your dad walked right by the window and didn't even stop in. And he was waving and I'm waving back.
Well, he just expects me to do it like that. That's how I showed him I do it.
Sounds like you guys have some things to work out there. But it would have been fun. I would have had Steve in the studio to say a quick hello. Give a shout
With
out.
the time management mind, I was like, we only got 1 minute here.
Yeah. All right, folks. Listen, we're going to be back tomorrow night. We're going to do this all over again, and I hope you'll be part of it. Gosh, this sure has been fun. On behalf of the lovable producer Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.
And men still keep on marching off to war.